All right. Day 81. Oh, we can't even see. Oh, man, already. What's up there? There we go. That's what we're hitting. What's up there? Is it Devin? Devin did it. Hey, all right, we owe you get you a good set for that donation there. Right off the bat today. Wow. So first of all, thank you for that. Second of all, if no one's been here before, we are hitting the dummy. A million times a year less. I'm going to pick up the intensity there for the gifts. And just so you know, in the highlight video when it posts, you're in the credits. Any gift of even a coin will get you there. Alright. Here's where we're at. Although we just did 40. I'll have to flip this around in a minute, but we are on day 81 and approaching 200,000. And it rained, so I didn't get on here earlier like usual. What's up there? Odin, hey. How's it going? Odin Knight, what up? Anybody who's tuned in, although we're not like at a peak of viewers yet, but Odin Knight there also has awesome content. If you want content, good uploaded content, you want to check out Odin Knight there. All right, here we go. I'll get to chat in 1 minute. We're going to keep up the intensity because those weren't just some roses we got. We got some pretty cool gifts already, right off the bat. Oh, well, my typical content is just highlights of this. But I appreciate it. Your little intro video though, Odin, is like one of the most amazing vids for this stuff on TikTok. The highlight video you got of you and doing your stuff. Oh, well, a breath there. Devin did it. Thank you about that. Thanks for the comment. Hey, oh, thanks for noticing about the skills. Oh, a breath. All right, here we go. Well, that means let's do another set. This is still a little more intense there for Devin's gifts this morning. What am I saying? It's not morning, it's like afternoon. At least it's afternoon here. Yo, Moss, thanks for the likes. We're at 240. It rained all morning. I came out here a little late. I said I was going to be on here earlier. I'm not on as early as I thought. Feel bad about that. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the likes. Ooh. Oh, I think you were here, right? Moss, maybe, when we were talking about I had that date coming up last night. So she wants to go to the Ren Fair now. Oh, sorry, I just hit the plug for the camera there, the phone. So yeah, and what she's got is a, she doesn't have a lot of stuff to wear, like to Ren Fair. Yay! Hey, what's up? What the world? Hey, everybody who tuned in. So here's all right. So here's the deal. She has she doesn't have much to dress up for Ren Fair. She's got a nun costume. I was like, that might be okay. Like, I mean, you're not gonna run into another nun there, but so she found a dress, like an all black dress. You know, a lot of people just wear black dresses and stuff. Yo, yeah, hassle, Amir. It was a hassle yesterday. My live stream got banned. I took a screenshot of it. How about we'll make this the highlight video and I'll show you right now. Okay, so what happened was, now that's a reference for whenever I make the highlight video. Thanks for noticing. I actually got restricted yesterday on my live. I don't even know what I did. I was using my steel longsword. Maybe that was the problem. I don't know. But you know, a little ways into live stream, restricted. There's more. So after a little bit, it was like I was getting more people coming to the live stream. Like I was like, how are people finding this if we're restricted? And guess what? I asked, and everyone said, the For You page. So how am I still on the For You page if I'm restricted? I don't know. But I guess that's yo, thanks for smashing that like button, Moss. Yeah, they can't. Haha. Right. Odin, they can't stop bachata. Do 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 do. I can do the bachata even if I'm restricted. Even if I'm restricted, the bachata night still draws a crowd somehow. So I appreciate everybody who tunes into this, by the way, just to hang out. I mean, that's what I'm doing the whole time, but a million times. It's gonna get blurry here for 1 second. Y'all are gonna be in, that's the highlight video for the day. I had a screen recorder so you could see the chat. Alright. Let's write these down before we forget. I finished. Moss, that is a trademark. Hanging lights, man. We're gonna get you a super set for that. Let me write this down before I forget where we are. All right, I did 200. I was at 40. I had finished that set with an extra 30. It's raining out. The dry erase. Hang on, I dropped the lid. Let me scroll through chat too, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, I gotta flip the camera around. We're at 3:30 for today. Let's go. I woke up late. I ate 2 hot dogs. Thank you, with the TV. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything in chat real quick, because things. I hope I'm not choking on the stuffing from dummy. What the TV yesterday, I think, figured out. I start coughing from breathing in the dust from the dummy. Yeah, right, Odin. That's the thing. It's like it has something to do, I think, with a sword. It's either I have my shirt off or it's with a sword. I have the shirt on, so it's not the shirt this time. All right, some hanging lights action. I have a longsword. Let's switch that for the hanging lights. We're gonna do a big. Let's start off with this for it. Yo, Dread Pirate. Hey, what's up, Pirate? Yeah, right. Not. I did tell her, but I was eating. I opened and I've been eating a huge can of beans. Yeah, here we go. Thanks for that like button. Woo! And the heart me. I'm gonna catch up in chat and see who this be hitting the heart me. We're over 100. My next fight is in like 10 days. I gotta be ready. That should be like 160. Let's keep it up. These are for the hanging lights. I'm gonna catch up on chat. Don't go nowhere yet. Don't go anywhere yet. I'll get banned for improper English. Alright, I believe that was 200. We're going to keep up the intensity though. We'll get another 100 in for that heart me. And another 100 for those hanging lights. Alright. Let me scroll this real quick. Make sure we miss anything there. Oh, Moss for the heart me. Thank you for that too. Oh no! What the road got hit for just for showing swords? Isn't that crazy? Well, I don't know. I guess we're just doomed. We're doomed to live as outcasts, bro. Taking them, yeah. I don't know if Nico's still here. I missed that when he wrote it. Whenever I was hitting the dummy, bro. Nico, if you're still there, I actually really never get mad. Believe it or not. Yo, oh, still here. Boxer Daddy, what's up? Yeah, Chet, it does. And I don't know, for some reason, like, for some reason, I guess, it likes to just, like, randomly, like, it's been picking and choosing me a lot, I know that. But, you know, I'm like an hour into a live broadcast and it wants to restrict it all of a sudden, and like, I don't know. Sometimes, if it goes that far, I think maybe someone turned me in. Yeah, I know about the room. All right, we're at 200. I have a heart me set for Moss here. I did have an eventful longsword clip I uploaded yesterday because for when people do come by, like it's just like you don't do footwork, you never move around, like you never block. So I found instances of the most popular critiques, and I uploaded a highlight of it, all from the same day. I thought it was a good video. Anyway. Catch up and chat in 30 hits. Favorite weapon to duel with is I'm spitting all over, sorry. Favorite weapon to duel with is a saber. By far my favorite. Smacked my tooth with the water bottle just now. Yo, Moss! We have Moss some more high intensity work here, everybody. Oh, I'm missing chat. Hang on. Let me leave this glove off for a second. We're at 300 hits right down again. Thanks, Odin. Oh, yeah. So check it out. Speaking of swords, let me show you about bends. My favorite longsword for Buhurt has like 0 bend. All right, so this is one that I can use for Hema too. See, I also got that rolled tip because check it out. If you poke somebody, see how it bends a lot? Okay, so that's why metal bends in general, but you can make them so they're a little more stiff. My favorite longsword for Buhurt, because you don't need it to bend, because you're not ever going to be stabbing somebody. I avoid the word stab because I figured that's a trigger word for this app. But watch, if I was going to do this, see how it bends? Well, in Buhurt we don't do that. So my favorite Buhurt sword is basically just a piece of metal that doesn't bend at all. I hate the floppy long swords because sometimes if you're coming around and you're coming around your head like this, unless you bring the sword in line with the blade, which no one's gonna do, you'd have to actually spin your wrists around to come around like this. The bet, to get it onto the other side of your head, when you start getting here and it's really fast, this movement bends your blade, so when you come around, a lot of times your sword's actually kind of curved. Now you can obviously still hit with the edge, but at the same time your sword kind of curves under its own weight with the gravity and that centrifugal force you apply from going from one side to the other. So the saber's the favorite. It can bend. Some of them bend worse than others, is what I'm trying to get the point. I like the ones that don't bend at all. Or barely. Yeah, right? Like in that video you can see in the end, things are going pretty good. So I was going like this, like, oh yeah, like now we're having fun. I'm just walking around. I was showing everybody yesterday. Here I am back here. Just walking around. And I do swing while I'm walking compared to my footwork, but I just step. I just step. So, yeah, Nick, we're gonna get a water break after this. Stubby. If I could get a stubby sword like this long for pro fights, I would so do it. I want a sword this short. Thanks, Amir. So, yeah, capping and stabbing. No capping and stabbing here, boys. Oh, whoa. Tail, is it Tall Buddy? Tall Buddy, so, yeah. Sorry for that, Tall Bubby. See, I can't read it unless there's, I have to have something behind a name to see it. When it's all these different colors, because things are changing, like, it's harder for me to see the names when the color is changing. So if you ever see me doing this, it's so I can read. Welcome to the madness. The nightly shenanigans. My 2.5 too short. If I could fight with a 2.5-inch sword, I would. Like an actual, like now if I'm talking about actual swords that we're holding and hitting people with. Because then it's just like I'd just be using my fist. We're on 300. I owe Moss for that gift there real quick. The gifts for the day. Much appreciated, everybody, for that. This is the last day you'll see me with hair, probably. I'm taking my daughter to her horse lesson. And I don't say I'm self-conscious about anything, but that date I went on last night, I had a hat on the whole time. It was a more casual date anyway. But yeah, I'm going to... The next event is the 13th in South Carolina at the Upstate Ren Fair. I'm fighting there. It's the 13th and 14th, but I believe I'm only fighting the 13th. Thanks about the stream, Chet. Hey, thanks for coming by. Yeah. Heck yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate it. You too. Oh, I've went on an armored date. This is a while ago. Let me get this set in for Moss. Oh yes, Odin. Well, I'm only doing duels though, but yeah, I appreciate it. And all right, we have 200 now. Yo, man, thank you for that. Thanks for likes. Right? Oh, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, good battle. I thought you were gonna say good battling you. I was like, oh god, like I gotta fight Odin now. He's the one that didn't push the sled full of weights in armor whenever and picks the thing up and just like carries it to the finish line like it weighs like you're picking up your lunchbox to go to work. I will tell you, Chet. Thanks for the heart me, and I will tell you all about the armored date. Yay, Kumish, what up? Yeah. All right. Here we go. A Moss and a Chet heart me sets. Did I do the Moss heart me set? I don't know. All right, here we go. We have 300 to write down on the board though. Still, this will make it 500 after these two. Well, honestly, I'd try and run around a lot for that. I don't want to be close. Alright. Next will be, let's do a longsword. If you ever notice, and I'll catch up on chat. Hey, yo, I see somebody with the chat. I breathe every hit with arming sword, every second hit with longsword. We're not stopping. How about this? We'll recount this set. I did 20. We'll just start for another 100. I just want to mention something because breath control is such a big part of this. If I'm going this way, I'm breathing. If I have two hands, it's really hard for me to be like. So my timing is exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Oh! Yo, woo, thanks for that. Now we have even more work to do. So we are going to start the next set then. The 20 we did, you're right, let's keep it moving. Move that sword. So we'll just add an extra 20 at the end. So we're at now 400, we'll finish at 520. Here we go. Almost there. Oh, thank you there, What the World TV, and I will catch up on chat. Let me hydrate because was it Chet that was telling me don't forget to hydrate. All right. Obviously the screen's backwards. Let me flip this around real quick. Thanks for liking that live there. Oops, I hit the wrong button. I'm trying to flip the camera or trying to mirror the video. Let's write the new total on here, get update, then we'll catch up on chat, and then we'll get right back to the action. We're getting to really close to 190. I have a lot of free time today. We will get pretty far. Make sure we miss... I'm sad I missed Talon today. I was telling Talon I'd be on at like 9 in the morning. I wasn't. I have to send Talon a message. Woo, what up? Thank you for that, Woo. Alright, making sure I miss any comments. Sometimes it's just... The group, our group is Pittsburgh Armored Combat. And none of us live in Pittsburgh. We're just like around the city. Yo, Jen, what up? Try and catch up on chat. Make sure we miss anything. Alright. Oh, and what the world, thanks for the share. So yeah, boy, I think a lot of my content is me talking about my dating life. I wish I didn't have a dating life. It'd be nice to just find somebody, but anyway, yeah, so last night went pretty good. Now we're going to the Ren Fair. So here's how that worked out. Let's see. There were car accidents. There was traffic. So, yeah. All right, here we go. Car accidents, traffic. It took me an hour to get to where we're meeting. But, I told her I was running late. I was like, hey, the map now says 6:15. But she actually was like, thank you for... She actually was, like, very appreciative, like, I let her know. I was, like, thinking, well, I think any decent person would let someone know if they're running late. So, I don't know. Maybe it's different these days, and people just show up and don't keep in contact. I don't know, with the culture of ghosting and stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if someone didn't take the time to say they're running about 15 minutes late. Anyway, so we get there. It was a pretty cool spot. The food is really good. It's a kind of chill place off the road. You just pull in, you can get a beer. I had pepperoni grilled cheese and a Caesar salad, and she got like a 12-inch pizza. Well then, she was like, what do you want to do? I was like, I don't know. I was like, we go, did you want, because it was closing at 8. We didn't realize it closed early. I was like, well, what's open? So we're looking at the map. The only other place that are open is like a brewery that's open till 10. And we weren't going to drink anymore. I have to be at 50 by now, but while we're talking. So she's like, well, if you want, just come over. Well, who's going to turn that down? Yeah, I'm not expecting anything. So I went over there, we hung out till like 10:30. Then I went home. But we planned another night. So the thing is, she was saying, here's the cool thing though. This whole armored fighting stuff, to her, she's like, well, I have a cousin that does Civil War reenactment, right? I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I actually know a good bit about Civil War, I guess. And she's like, but I always thought it was boring. I'm like, well, yeah. I was like, because it's just you're probably running around in a Civil War outfit. You spend a lot of time marching. I would love to listen to someone do live Civil War drums while we're marching, and playing a flute or a fife, whatever we call it. You probably just spend a lot of time marching. Then you go like this. If you're lucky, you march like, ready. Load up your musket or whatever. Aim, fire. And then what do you do, right? You probably switch ranks, you get in the back, you're reloading. And then once in a while, you go like this. Reload my rifle. Then once in a while, you go, no, like this. Right? Now I was like, our reenactment's a little cooler. for one, we hit each other for real. Did they try? You know, I could see myself enjoying it, but I could not see other people enjoying it that bring, right? Marching with the bagpipes at also, yeah, bagpipes. They had bagpipes at an event. It was great. So what she told me was that she's like, yeah. So he had a girlfriend at the time, and whenever he would have these Civil War events, because I guess they were dating for long enough that it was her cousin. Did I say that? Her cousin. I forget. Her cousin does the reenactment stuff. So what she would do, because the girl was, I guess, they've been dating long enough, so he would have these Civil War reenactments, and she would invite his girlfriend over to do family stuff, like with the parents and stuff. Like one time they were going to like some, I forget, but it was like a day trip to like this park. So she went with them and let the dude go and reenact his Civil War stuff all by himself. So I could see how that would be kind of boring. However, I was telling her, well, for ours, it's not like reenactment. We're really hitting each other. And besides, it's like an intimate setting. You're like up close. Like you would be with me if I'm fighting, like right inside. I get you inside with everybody. You're not like out in the crowd. She's like, oh, you know, so she, if things work out, I'm sure she'll come to one of my events. If I could ride the horseback, I would be Civil War reenactor. I can't ride horses. I need to take lessons. My daughter jumps horses over. She's up to like 2-foot jumps. They jump a little higher in practice, but that's what she competes at, the 18-inch or the 2 foot, depending on. Some of the categories are so packed. They're letting them go either height if they want. Let me hit this 20 times. I'm sure it's at 100, and I can just write it down. I'm sure we did more than that while we've been talking. So we're at 100. So now, right? And I'm not like an a-hole. I'm not like a player or whatever you want to call it. So we were to hang out in her house. I don't know who just invites a dude over, but there was some like, I probably could have like scooted a little closer on the couch. I mean, we were looking at the stuff like this, but I mean, anyway, so. Yeah, you get your, made some plans, you kiss a little bit in the garage and go home. So that's a good thing. That, about how she likes the armored stuff. Where now she wants to come to the Ren Fair. She's never been to a Ren Fair. I was like, okay. I was trying to show her some pictures of stuff. I showed her the very basic outfit that girls like to wear with the white top and the suspenders looking kind of thing dress, right? She's like, I like that. She's like, I don't know if I have time to just get something in time, because we're going to go to the PA, not the cool PA Ren Fair. We're going to the Pittsburgh Ren Fair, which is not as cool. It's cool, but it's not, like, too cool. It's really small. And they don't let us fight in armor there because they think it's going to ruin their Ren Fair. I talked to them for years about it. So anyway, we're going to go. She was like, all I have is some, like, Halloween stuff. One of it's like a witch outfit. I was like, you could wear that. But she found this outfit. It's like a nun outfit. And I was actually thinking, that might be kind of cool. It'll be like a religious looking theme. She found a dress to go along with it to make it a little more cooler looking than just like a nun outfit. So we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna, that's our next plan, Ren Fair. Yeah, we've talked to them multiple times. They keep denying us. I think what happens is, so if you look what happened at Cincinnati, so I fought at Cincinnati, Ohio Renaissance Festival, I think 3 years, I've been there the first 3 years. When we first started, people are like, what is this? And as word got around, I think we were drawing more popularity than the official. Renaissance fairs have their guys do the jousting and all which is awesome. I love the show, but I think that we're competing with the main event so much that I think that's what Pennsylvania, the Pittsburgh Ren Fair is afraid of. For one, I think they think it's a little too rough by what it sounds like. Whoever's running the rent fair doesn't like the actual violence aspect of it. And I get the feeling that they think we're going to compete with the main show, and we're going to just be known as like a boo hurt event, and not not like the rent fair where you go and you watch the jousting and then go, sorry, I might be breathing in dust from the dummy. You know, yeah. So I think it's a mix of the two. They don't like it. They don't like the extreme sport aspect, and they're not too crazy about us maybe competing with the main event. So yeah, that's where it is. But I'm gonna dress in full armor. I told you just gotta watch out because the top half of my armor like really stinks. I was like, you won't believe it. You probably don't even want to be next to me. I was saying maybe I'll wear the leg armor down, and the top half I'll skip and I'll just wear a tabard. So then, you know, then I wouldn't just be on a second date stinking like total ass. You know what I mean? Because my gambeson is bad, and I try and clean it up and stuff, but it just, you know, I never can. I think it'll be good. And since I know she won't be she doesn't have TikTok. She told me she actually like looked up my Instagram because she didn't think I was real. She's like, "Who is this dude?" Because all my dating app pictures are me and like not all of them, but it's me in armor. I have I probably told you before. I have a cage match video. My cage match video is my profile picture where you can actually watch it on Bumble. She's like, she was convinced it was some like fake or goofy, like a troll account. Yeah, I think so. The main event is just something that they don't want to touch. They don't want to affect the you know. You start having boo hurt people there, you're gonna reclassify. You're no longer just a rent fair. You are now a boo hurt event. You know. That's where we are so far. I believe I wrote everything down. Let's get this longsword out. And I have a Mountain Dew. Like I said, I woke up late, everybody. I said I was going to be on at 9 a.m. I wasn't. Maybe I'll make up for it tomorrow and get on at 9. I woke up. I went and checked my bank balance. It's like, uh-oh. I'm good. I'm just saying, uh-oh. I gotta watch what I'm doing here a little bit. Then go to get hot dogs at the hot dog place and a Mountain Dew. That's my breakfast. I think we have the best hot dog place in town. All right, Mountain Dew's going. My alarms went off at 8:50 to wake up and come out and start hitting this. It didn't work out. Yeah, right. I spent a lot at Dragon Con, is what I mean. I spent more than I had planned, which is fine. You know, I'm good. I'm living my life this week like normal. Payday's next Friday. We're good. It's just like I was looking. I was like, oh man. I was like, uh-oh, because I Dragon Con, man. I bought like T-shirts. You know, I went out. I had to. Yeah, right. The travel. I had to buy a hotel. You know, I spent a lot. I bought a cheap hotel, which was good. You know, I slept in my car on the way home for 6 hours. I wasn't getting a hotel room for that. It kind of sucked. I couldn't put the seat back all the way because this was in the way. I couldn't recline the seat because the dummy was behind it. I had no room, and I just but I took a 6-hour nap, went to work. You know, that's how it is. the life of a traveler in armor. I'm just trying to move this a little bit. I put so much water in a dummy now, it's hard to move. Yo, T-Rex, if T-Rex is there, what up? The dummy has made its way into the fire pit. There we go. Now we should be good. Hit it from here. Yeah, so it went good last night. I have this rule of threes thing where talk to 3 at the same time, because one's always going to ghost you. Another one is probably going to fizzle out, and the third one is the one that. So this is the good one that I was talking to. I'm meeting up another one, and if I don't think there's any problem with it. If they ask me, or will you see anybody else, I'd say yeah. But I'm just seeing who, you know. And once things get official, or once I have any like physical contact, once my actual physical contact, so I just cut the others off and say, hey, sorry to tell you I met somebody else and blah blah blah. But it's just the online dating thing. If you'll burn all your bridges if you just stop talking to everybody every time. I don't know how many times it happened. Perfect example. I got a couple perfect examples. I was talking to someone on this app, right? Yes, you're right. With the scabbard on. So, talking to a couple. Well, the one that I thought was like, you know, we were like, everything was perfect. We liked the same music. Again, she was like into the armored fighting thing. Or, you know, at least she said she was. Yeah. Oh, Dark, what's up? I am hitting our friend here. I moved it back a little bit so you can see me while I talk, while I'm hitting it with the longsword. And I'm hitting it 1,000,000 times in a year or less. And we are at... We're getting very close. That's the title of the day. Close. We're approaching 200,000 hits. I have a lot of time to kill here today, so we're going to get a good bit of hits in, I think. And I fight... you can look, my last upload, if you want. Dark, I uploaded my... I think my last upload, or next last upload, are some clips of me fighting longsword. Last Saturday. So you know, I'm talking to... I was talking to a couple, I thought it was like a sure thing, right? Made plans and everything. Freaking... Now this happened twice, kind of recently, right? So I had a couple decent matches on the profile, trying to set up a first date with the one was like, I was like thinking everything, we'd already made plans, we were gonna meet at the same time, and we had the day, I had reservations, you know, like I think it was like at 5:30 p.m. or 6 p.m. or something like that, right? So I'm like, man, this is in the bag, like this one is like perfect. Everything was like, from, like I'm saying, we like the same music, she was into the armored stuff, you know, we had some other similar interests, even basic stuff like the same coffee order. So the day we're supposed to meet up, that morning, you know, I was like, hey, you know, hope you have a good day. I said, just confirming, 6:30 at the so-and-so restaurant. It was at the Grand Concourse in Pittsburgh. Don't hear anything. And keep in mind, before that, all the time, every day, it could be any hour of the day, within a half hour you'd hear from each other, right? A couple hours go by, I'm like, that's weird. So I wrote back, I was like, hey, just making sure you're alright. At 6:30, let me know. Okay. 4 o'clock comes up. 4 o'clock is about when I gotta start getting ready. They could have. She didn't even get the full smell of the brigandine yet. She ran. So then it's like 4:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30. No, I'm sorry. This is the day before. No, I reached out. Yeah, it was the day before. And plus, I noticed like now the conversation, like I wasn't getting as long of messages back. But she's busy, whatever. Yeah, it was the day before. I was saying, you know, I know, just confirming, and then I wrote a little while later about the time, because then I didn't write all the way back, because it was the next morning, I still hadn't heard, and I said, I'm getting a bad vibe from this, like I'm going to be eating dinner by myself if I go, and I was like, let me know. I said, let me know by noon, or I'm not showing up. Yeah, it was something, that's what it was, because I didn't hear anything, so then it was like, then it was 4:30 because I had to be getting ready to go, and that's when I texted her. I was like, hey, I don't know if you had plans to go, but don't, because I won't be there. So what happens? Like, it was like 9 9:30 9:30 at night or something like that, and I get this message like, well, thanks for letting me know. Boy, if I knew something like this is gonna happen. And, she gives me this story, but I was like, well, first of all, your photos aren't verified, and the other so I don't know. And I was like, believe me, I've been out before and made plans, and then they don't show up, and I was like, this is exactly like that. But meanwhile, because once I made the plans, I dissed the other ones I was talking to. So always talk to 3, because one the plan's gonna not work out. The other one's gonna ghost you. The third one is the one that you talk to, like everything goes good. The conversation doesn't fizzle out. You know what I mean? Because I had a couple other good matches that over like for 2 days I just sort of like didn't really reply to them, and then they get mad because they're like, well, like I haven't heard from you, or they don't reply because you didn't talk to them for 2 days. You know what I mean? It is horrible. And the other one I was talking to for like a week. It is horrible. I was talking to another one for a week. You know what happens? And I'm talking about good conversation. You're writing paragraphs of stuff. Photo verified, you know, all this stuff, like totally legit. We even exchanged real pictures. So we even exchanged real pictures. I was like, you know, at work, I was like, hey, I'm working, and I was like, because we were just talking about something, and I was like, this, you know, send a selfie, and she sends me one too, and then, you know, like, I asked her to do something, and when I came back on, she had to like unmatch me, and she was gone. Like, what the fuck? What the F? You know, it's rough. So yeah, the one I went out with last night's probably the one. But like I said, I'm still Sunday night's the other one. We'll see how that goes. The other one thinks it's interesting. I have to talk to her I have to talk to them in person about boo hurt to make a decision. You know what I mean? I can totally get a vibe from this one that she's about it and doesn't care if I do like 12 boo hurt tournaments in a year. She was saying, you know, I don't want to be in a relationship where we just end up sitting on the couch, where that's how all of the relationships evolve. I was like, I'll buy a mountain bike right now. I'll go mountain biking with you sometimes. I was like, and I wouldn't care. I was like, if we're together and you want to go ride your bike and do your thing, I was like, go do it. Like, I'm not one to tell you not to do it. She's like, me too. She's like, I wouldn't care if you want to do all your sword fighting stuff. I was like, yeah. Like, that's all I need to hear. Yo, Lord Rice again. There is a spear effect against tonight that is effective. These are not effective, but anything where you're spearing and poking would be perfect. Actually, at the at Dragon Con, we had a whole show where I was a spectator. For one, I have very open eye slots, and we're stabbing. But the other thing is where we were actually fighting, like harness fecting, where you're fighting with the sword, and the only way you're gonna win is by getting it up under the armpit. We're using like war hammers, spears, all that stuff. Yeah, if you have a spear, you better also carry a dagger, because if you're out here fighting with a spear, and you're not getting lucky, like the groin is such a huge area to hit. If you're not getting lucky and you haven't finished them yet with your spear, and then they get in, and now you're this close, what are you gonna do with your spear now? You could like choke up on it. That's why I was shouting from the crowd for the one girl. She had this halberd with this point, and I kept saying, stab with the point, because she had the other person here, but she was going like this. I was yelling, stab. It was the girls. I was like, stab her with the point, where she could have just maybe gone like this up under the helmet to win, but she didn't. Carry a dagger, because if you're fighting with a spear and you get this close, it's no longer a spear fight. It's now like that dagger time. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, you wouldn't. Generally, I would not use a longsword. So this is for my sport that I do, where I'm fighting in armor for sport. Right, Odin. I was on my Dragon Con date when we did that harness affected thing. So I was in the crowd. I thought Larry was mad at me because he looked at me, and because I was like in the crowd. I was like, "Hey, Larry," and he had the mic and he looked. He's like, "John Hall." He's like, "What?" He's like, "Why aren't you up there?" Like the way he said it, I thought he was mad. I was like, "Oh," I was like, "I'm on a date." I was like, I just wanted to watch." And he's like, "Well, everybody up here is gonna put on." I was like, "Oh God!" I was like, "Larry's mad at me." So I talked to him next day. He's like, "I don't care." He's like, "The thing I get mad is when you get the 3-day pass and people aren't involved." So as I was there as a spectator and with everybody, it was still cool. Know what I mean? But the way he said it, I was like, "Oh." And the girl I took, she loved it. But it was just a 1-day thing. It was just for the con. As always, my live streams somehow devolve into me talking about these girl issues. But anyway, yeah. Always find one that's going to be into the same thing or let you do your thing. And as we're talking, I would not use this longsword against someone in armor. If this would do absolutely nothing, as I can get hit by a longsword like 200 times in a duel anyway, you know. It does absolutely nothing. You're totally correct that you would have to use a longsword. If you use a longsword, you're using it like this, doing things like this to try and poke it at the soft spots. Yes. Well, yes, you're right. Everybody's right. As you can see, I'm gonna put a filter on here. Sometimes it helps we're gonna do one of these enhancement things, effects. I think the eyelash one makes it a little brighter. Hang on. What is this? Sorry. It's raining, everybody. As long as the camera doesn't get too wet, we're good. I put on this effect here where it kind of lightens up the back. There we go. It looks a little better. It's a little yellowish. If it starts raining too much, we're gonna have to move inside. The cookie thing, yeah. I didn't realize what that was. I saw someone live streaming it with that on. I was like, that's kind of goofy. I'm not into those kind of filters. Do you want to try it for a second? Would it look funny? Like, I can't. It won't show the sword, everybody. When I put the sword in front of my face, yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, you're right. Oh, the rain's coming down. Yeah, we don't want the electronics to get wet or the board. So let me move this real quick. Hang on. We're either gonna move inside or we're going to. Let me take a peek at the sky here. Crap. Yep, raining again. Okay, as long as I don't get electrocuted. I have electronics out there. It gets wet. Alright, let me take a peek at the sky. If it looks like it's going to get bad or stay raining, then we're going to do this inside. It doesn't look too bad, but here's what we'll do. Like, this is my trading longsword, so I don't care if it gets wet. Let's stay out there. It looks like it just passed over really quick. It's been happening all day. We're going to unhook this. Thanks for smashing that like button still. It's not raining so much. There's a tree there, right? Let's do this. We were on about 180. In my head when we quit. The board got wet, which is bad. If I can wipe this off, because now I can't write the totals on here, at least not really. See if it'll let me do it on here real quick. Nope. Wrecked. Alright. Hang on. Technical difficulties, everybody. Can I write it down here? Kinda. Should we move inside? have all this time. We're not quitting. Just so we know. The clouds coming by are looking a little worse. All right, hang on. I can't see you guys coming over the house. Let me move this a little closer. Yo, what's up, Soul? Yeah, we gotta come under here or something. Maybe I don't even have to go inside. I've actually never just tried to hit the dummy here on the back porch. The thing is, I have a ceiling over top. Maybe I could just do it like this. Hey, there we go. Camera won't get wet here. I'll just be right here. There we go. All right, we need to go get a paper towel to clean the board, and then we're gonna get back at this part. That works good. I don't want to take this whole thing inside. The other thing is I have to clean off the bottom of it. I need a paper towel though, because we need to. I will be in the rain, everybody, but you won't. But I gotta dry off that white border. It's not gonna. I won't be able to write the totals on it. Then oh, it's got me the filters on. There we go. See, sometimes the filters, even though they put the little goofy thing on there, what it does is it will lighten up the background a little bit. Now I might have a heart and some makeup, you know what I mean? But the thing is that you will no longer have the background. I adjusted the color of the background, is what I'm trying to say. All right, let's try and dry this off. Here we go. All right. Cool. Now, I'm going to rewrite that number on here. I must be getting bit by mosquitoes because my legs are itching. The mosquitoes out here are absolutely horrible. They've been horrible out here ever since I've lived here. The marker broke. Perfect. All right, I will be in the rain, everybody. You will always be nice and dry under the porch. And I'm now able to write on the board again. And I have, like, lipstick and a heart thing on. I don't know if that will show up in the replays. So, there we go. All right. Cool. It's not pouring down rain. I will fight in the rain today. I think the third day I did this was out in the rain. Sometimes I like to bring it inside, but I'm not gonna. If it gets really bad, we will, but anyways. We got some hits to do on here. How's this? Is this good? The image though actually looks. I hope that the graphics are okay, because when I'm actually looking at the camera, it looked like it was skipping around a little bit. Oh. Something very interesting, everybody. There's actually like the water's acting. Yo, Boo the Hurt, what up? The water's acting as like a lubricant, and the sword is actually sliding off of the dummy. I can actually feel a noticeable difference. That's weird. I don't want to get out my steel sword to test it. Boo the Hurt, if you're wondering why I have this heart and lipstick, it's because it makes the background, it makes the overall colors look a little better. It looked like when it started getting cloudy that the image quality was just really dark. Boo the Hurt, what up? I need to move this. The whiteboard's getting wet again, everybody. Let me just move that out of the way a little bit. We're not going to use the long sword out here in the water this time. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. It's going to cut down on. Let me get this lipstick off here. It's going to cut down on Bob's. Yeah, there we go. Now it's a little yellow, but it's a lot brighter, I think. If you guys think it looks bad, then let me know. Yeah, so it was getting really dark, and I noticed before because I accidentally put a filter on, so it makes things look yellowish. But that's the good. This is a good one here. Odin's. I have a Discord, but it's for my gaming. To Odin's, I'm going to take a screenshot of that so I remember later. I will set up a new Discord because you're not the first to ask, but I hope now you'll be the last to ask where I don't have one. All right, it's good. All right, so I'm out in the rain. So I'm getting a shower. I don't even need to go get a shower, everybody. It's happening as we do it. All right, so we're on. I did a set of 100. I'm sure. So here we go. This is gonna be for 2. Uh-oh. It's gonna ask me to do the puzzle piece, everybody. If you never live streamed before, there's this thing where I gotta fit this puzzle piece into the picture to make sure I'm not a robot. Apparently, it worked. I'm moving this back a little bit because there's a couple raindrops on there somehow. I'm going to, you know what? I usually play Warframe is like the only thing I play. The puzzle piece is ridiculous. And I haven't really played it in weeks, so I should say, I have a gaming channel on YouTube that, like at one time I was getting paid $1,200 a month for Dark Souls content I had a contract with Union for Gamers. It was good. Now I get like $60 a month. I don't do anything with that channel, but still enough people watch my Dark Souls content to get like $60 to $80 a month, which is crazy. Off of my YouTube, it was zombie heads. And I did like weapon tutorials, and I do like PvP like live, and have fight clubs where you get everybody to do the PvP in Dark Souls together. I will make a sword fighting. I need to make a sword fighting one though. And if you come back next time, I will try and set it up so that next time I can tell you what it is. And I'm keeping an eye on chat here. Can you even see that it's raining? An extra one because I whiffed. I missed the dummy. If you like Dark Souls 2 and 3, I was pretty popular, but Dark Souls 2 is probably the best time I had on there. Yeah, it doesn't even look like you can see the rain, but you can see that the rain is dripping off my hat. It's not sweat, everybody. It's actually filling up my cup again. Oh shoot! I need to bring that table in here. I forgot that was out there. This is from inside. No big deal. I mean, I got it at Walmart, but it's supposed to be an indoor table, and now it's got totally soaking wet. I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 days, like, zombie heads. It started out, I was going to stream, like, survival games and stuff, but then I started playing Dark Souls 1 when it ccame out. And thanks for hitting that like button, and that's all I streamed and made videos for. I still have shorts uploading, like, every day up through probably about now, but I had Warframe shorts scheduled for, like, months, like 3 months ahead of time. And I didn't even, like, I just scheduled them, like, once a day. Just to try and keep it active. But nobody watches me for Warframe, so I kind of just quit. Ooh, now it's raining a little more, everybody. Here's what we're going to do. And everybody's tuned in. If you want to chat, it's going to get blurry for 1 second. Hang on. We're going to record this. Alright. It is now recording. We're gonna, because it's pouring down rain. Y'all be the highlight. If you want to chat or whatever you want to say, this will be a separate highlight video because we're fighting out in the rain. Here we go. A little bit of rain, everybody. Let's go. I missed the count a little bit. So well, that instead of 100, I did 100 before. We'll say we're at 200. We'll be a little bit off today. Like I said, I undercount sometimes because I don't realize it. And I'll start chatting and be like, what number are we on? So we're on at least 200. Alright. Let's another set of 100 while the so what I'm saying, I got the live stream counter thing going, so all the chat will be in the video. Or whatever. Be 60. The sun's coming out. The sun's coming out. All right. Find the shade. Ha. I wish there was some shade. Alright, it's gonna get blurry for a second. So that could be an extra highlight video. Sun comes out, we'll go back out there. Oh, here comes the rain again. My daughter's texting me. Hold on, just type it right into. She's making sure I don't forget about horse lessons today. They're later in the day. And I'll catch up on chat here with all of us. Alright, what did we miss? Yeah, it is always raining in England, right? Do you think they must have had spectators or an artist? Could you imagine being an artist up on a hill painting a battle? There had to be, right? I would think. She does the jumping, yeah. Thanks for the share. Is it Jackie? I'm horrible with names. I hope I didn't say it wrong. Or Waki. Thanks for that share. She does the 2-foot jumps or 18-inch. She started on 2 foot, and the categories got super full. So sometimes she'll do 18s, 18-inch. It's her last 2 shows, because now she's gonna play lacrosse. She's giving up the horse stuff. The lacrosse is like a school sport. We're at 300. And as soon as it stops raining, I get the camera out here, we'll have a better experience so I can bring the camera up. I should put my glasses on so I can read chat better. But anyway. Yeah, because lacrosse is like a school sport. And she's been jumping horses now for like, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years, I think. Something like that. And it's an actual school sport. Like, no one that she goes to school with does it too. So she wants to now do sports with her friends, which means she doesn't have time to do school and jumping and lacrosse, so she's going to do lacrosse. The rain is actually dying down. Make sure I miss anything in chat there. Yeah, so they did. So they did have like the press or whatever, or someone to document it with. That's cool to know. I figured they must have. Because how are they going to have... They might not be the best artists, but, they show, like, they legit show, battle scenes. I'd figure that they'd probably have something. That's pretty cool. An actual, like, medieval... That would be a cool job. A medieval artist. A medieval photographer. paintographer or something. It's clearing up. My favorite part of the summer is when the berries and stuff come out and the cherries. I have 2 cherry trees. The animals got it before I got a single cherry off it this year. I was so mad. They didn't even ripen. I was like, they're gonna be ripe next week. No, something can't. They ate them before they even got ripe. Oh, it's raining a little harder again. I see something on chat. Caballero! Milo! Hey, Milo. Thank you, and thanks for the follow. My content is mostly me hitting a dummy. However, not this weekend, but the next weekend I should have another live stream of the fighting, because I have an event coming up. Yo, Boxer, what up? I will try it. We're kind of like in this... I don't know if you can see it, but it's raining down, pouring down rain out here. I put the camera under the shelter. It's kind of clearing up. I wouldn't be surprised if within 10 minutes we're back out in the backyard. I think I missed a big comment. Where are we? Oh, Milo. Well, y'all know the rules for the Heart Me. I owe you 100 hits. And I try to do that immediately. I just want to make sure I didn't miss it. Yes, if you look back in the history, it's something you just look at the paint. Nice, nice. All right. Welcome back, Milo. All right, here we go. For you, we got... And this will put us at 500 I need to write down after this set here. Oh, I was going to kick the head. It's a little slippery. I changed my mind. Alright, so for the hard me's, I do try and pick up the intensity. So thank you for that, for one. Fighting where? At Upstate Ren Fair in South Carolina. I need to make the video about these gloves. When they're wet. Look, boy, that's weird looking. So it's in South Carolina. Next fight at the Ren Fair. Alright, it's getting sunny. It's raining a little bit. We'll move it outside. I just want it to quit sprinkling. The thing is, we're going to get the camera up under the trees. Yo! Boxer, thanks for hitting that like button. I'm driving. If it's over 12 hours, I'll drive a 12-hour trip. If it's over 12 hours, I won't drive. I'll fly. I just like to have my car, so I can put my stuff in my car. Which I can get a rental too, right? But... I prefer to just haul my armor myself if it's 12 hours or less. This Odin again. Except, you know, it's just like flying with armor. I've never done it yet. It looks like it can be a hassle. I need to get new luggage for it and everything. Still sprinkling a little bit, everybody. Keeping an eye on chat while we hit this. Thanks for the like. Once it stops sprinkling, we'll be out there. Oh, it's stopping. All right, let's move it out. That's 536 to write down on the board. Let's keep track of the totals, and then we will be out there, and we'll be in a nice sunny environment. You'll never know, it's just pouring down rain. I gotta dry this off again, everybody. Where did I put the? I don't even know. Ah, here's what we can dry it with. This Steel Legion team does not exist anymore. This is the team that I started here in Pittsburgh. It doesn't exist anymore. It is now Pittsburgh Armored Combat. The Steel Legion has a troubled history of trying to be conquered by copyright people. Now we have our own team with our own cool logo. They don't have to worry about people saying anything about it. This stupid marker keeps breaking. Alright, here we go. I forget, I said 5 something, I forget. We'll just say 500. Because I forget how many extra I said. Alright, so, there we go. Let's move this thing outside. You rode a Harley? I have a Kawasaki Ninja. I used to ride it to HEMA class. I would tie everything to the bike. It's awesome. Did you wear anything on the Harley? Did you ride anything? Did you wear anything to ride it, like armor-wise or anything? Yeah, walking. I don't just need for first class. I demand it. Let's move this out a little bit, everybody. Seems like that's a safe call to do. It's sunny out. I don't see any clouds coming. Alrighty, there we go. Cool. We'll bring let's see. We'll bring this out here. Of course, we need the sword out here. Buckler got a little bit wet. That's fine. All right, we're back. I'll hope we get to plug this in again shortly. Now, where can I put it where I can see chat better? Actually, over here. We're even the helm. That's crazy. That's awesome. Yeah, I wonder. I'd be surprised if there's not. I'd be surprised if there wasn't footage of you out there. At least a picture. Now, where did I put the longsword? Hang on. Here it is. All right. So we got a good bit to do. Because I have, what time is it? 2. It's almost 3. Yeah, I still got plenty of time. Just getting a lot of hits on dummy today. Yeah, I would be. I know I would if I was just driving by and I saw someone riding a Harley with armor and stuff on. I would definitely be getting a picture or video. Alright, we'll just set that right about there. Alright, we're at 0 because I wrote everything down on there. Ooh. I'm just watching the spray of the water come up, making sure it's not getting all over the camera. It actually is a little bit. Could you imagine riding down the highway and then here comes a guy on a Harley, whether he passes you or passing him, and it's a knight on an iron horse. Or is it steel? It's a steel horse, not iron, steel horse, like the song. Awesome. Heck yeah. Uh-oh, it got stuck. I wish I just had a thing where I could read the chat like inside of some virtual reality glasses or something. I've been trying to think of a way to get it so I can actually maybe like live stream in a way that my if I can get a camera that would fit somewhere like in a harness, so that I can just live stream. Like the view would always be what's coming out of that camera, and I can have my phone going so I can still read chat. Wait, what about this year? You'll be salmon. Oh no, no Gulf War this year. I'd like to get to Gulf War at some point. Oh, so it just rained. The sun just came back out, and I'm hitting hitting our friend Dummy there. Do you think yeah, that would be oh, it would be great to have a mic inside a helmet too. Can you hook up like a remote camera though? I wonder. That's what I was wondering. So I could have like a square cam or like a GoPro. Oh, see, now I forgot what number we were on. Oh, we're at least at 60. We're over 60, I know it. Yeah, you could. So if I could just have like a camera here, that way I could that'd be the camera for the live, and then I could just watch it and have the chat up. Shock's headset is a mic in your helmet. Get a screenshot of that. 85. Appreciate it. That's what we'll go with. Thank you, Boxer. That's the official count. All right. All right, now this is 3, 4, 5. So we're 1 of 5. 1 of 5. Once it dries up a little bit more, I will get the camera back out there, and then I can plug it in. We don't want the battery to die. Oh, we're at 65%. That's good. Usually the thing is like, it's like, it drains a lot of battery power. And I'm on an odd angle where my wireless internet connection is not pointing straight out the door at this. So if the stream starts lagging, let me know. Like sometimes it'll just freeze like this, and you might hear me talking, and I'm not actually doing anything. But this is all I see on the screen because it froze, and then it goes like I'm somewhere else. You know what I mean? I'll be talking like we're out here hitting a dummy, and I know you guys are having. I appreciate everybody for spending time with me. Well, we're trying to hit 1 million dummies in a year. You know, it just freezes. Some pummel shots. I don't think I did any of those today. All right, we're 154. You know something I actually bought. I downloaded this app where it would keep track of sounds. So if it would be like this, it would hear and count every one of those shots. I was like, great. I tried it out. It actually works. Except if I go too fast. We're at 170. You know, it would only count one because it could not distinguish the sword taps too close together with their So that wasn't gonna work. I just thought it'd be a total accurate way to keep track of this. Then the other thing is, if I start talking and I say vowels that are too loud, it counts that as a sword strike too. So that'd be totally messed up. Aha. All right, fire department equipment. Take a screenshot of that. I take the screenshot so I remember, so I can look that up later. That might be the way to go. Look up some gear from the fire department. Oh man, yeah. The thing that would be great, because a lot of times my live streams just kind of die because of the heat. I wonder if there's a camera out there built for, this is a cell phone, you know what I mean? So, it actually will, the battery like goes to crap and the processor inside or whatever overheats, and then it actually, like, the live stream will lag or skip, or the battery just dies, like, way too soon. We're at 200. Yeah, awesome. That'd be cool. I appreciate it. So speaking of, and you just reminded me of something. So I used to play War Thunder a lot. I could not handle those things like F-15s. I could never. I was at that point where I was able to use some, but they were so, like, I was just so out of control. I could not figure. I could not. I could not do it. That's some skill to be flying around in those things in that game. My daughter and I used to play it together. That's the thing. I haven't played too much for a while. The PS5 broke. I don't know why. It just doesn't turn on. So I haven't even played anything. This is a... Oh, you hate playing it? You mean playing as it or against it? Like playing it as in flying it? This is a Purple Heart Armory sword. When I got it, it was like 195 bucks. You can use it in HEMA. It is actually like... It's not like a feather. It's actually like a long sword. I've swung at this thing probably over 1 million times in its life already, and not just at the soft dummy, but at tires, trees, stuff like that. So it's a pretty good sword, and the balance isn't too bad. The balance is like right about here. I like it. I think I got some mosquito bites because, man, I'm itchy. These mosquitoes were picking away at me. What's up, Tin Man? Playing as it. I gotcha. Maybe it wasn't just me. I forget which plane, but I'm pretty sure I was into the F-15s. It could have been that. I haven't played for a while. That's the thing. I can't remember. It's so funny because my daughter, while we were playing, when we were into that game, she was also making models she's making so many airplane models. It was crazy, and they don't not with that crazy glue that kills your brain cells, but they were like she's using some better glue. Right? Isn't that the thing? Like, everybody back in the day used to make model airplanes had, like, brain damage or something. Yeah. I had fun with it. I never had too much of a bad experience with the people playing the game. There's definitely a level up you have to be when you're fighting one of those faster ones. Oh, here comes all the rain. Why is it raining again? I just don't want this thing to get soaking wet. As it already is. It's under my hat. I just don't want this thing to get soaking wet. As it already is. It's under my hat. I was just shielding it from the rain. Alright, here we go. I think we're safe to proceed. This is underneath the tree. The tree's kind of blocking the rain from it. But there is a bunch that just came down real quick. Yeah. Like... The speed of it's so different. So different from flying the little biplanes. My favorite one, like the level oh, come on. Sorry, if you're all still there, I missed that text message. My daughter, I can catch it when it pops up there, the notification, but it disappeared too quick. I used to BR. I don't know the BR abbreviation. Well, I used to go through the Russian planes. The Russians were the ones I use. If that's what you mean. Battle rating. Oh, dude, I don't even remember. How do I not even really understand? I've like seriously a lot of hours in that game. I'm not sure. So here's how it would go, right? log in, join. I'd go through the planes. I would just start playing. I actually don't know what the rating is. And then as I would get the stuff to do it, I'd upgrade the planes and stuff, and just go out and do it again. Maybe I'm missing a whole lot from that game. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. Apologies for that. I must be kind of clueless with that stuff. I would seriously log in for today, go through the plane, start flying. If I got some of those medallions too, where you can get the boosters and stuff, you know, if I felt lucky, I'd equip one for the battle. You know, go do it. I'd come back. Oh, I got some rewards. I can maybe get a new plane or upgrade it, and I just kind of go back out. I never came across that term. I'm like, we're talking War Thunder, trying to catch my daughter, trying to keep track of numbers in my head. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. Weird. I don't remember. I remember just playing. I don't remember looking to. What's about? How do you? Is a battle rating a setting you play? Maybe I adjusted it at one point. I did figure out how to play the internet radio while you're flying. I actually had made a little tutorial on my YouTube how to get it so you can play the internet radio, an internet radio station on your cockpit. Now that you mention it, it doesn't sound like it sounds kind of familiar, but honestly, I don't remember at all what it was. Yo, what's up? Oh, what the world? Hey, welcome back. I also was just kind of coming back. My daughter texted me, and I kind of if the screen goes blurry, it's because I missed a text message and switched over to the app. I try and just hit reply so I can reply and not have to get off the live to do it. If you ever see me go like this and then it gets blurry, it's because I flipped to the text app. Ooh, her school never called me back. Oh, I'll have to call them. I have to figure out. They just started again. And we're trying to figure out something with her lunch money and the payments. We haven't figured it out. I need help. It's on some stupid website, you know. I remember going to school, we used to have to pay with money every day. Now I gotta get on some app. So the thing is that there's a $9 option and a $6 option. The $9 a day option lets you do, I guess, pick some extra snacks and stuff. And we're not trying to do the $9 a day. Doesn't sound like a lot, but for a whole school year, that can be a lot. So we're trying to get her on the $6 a day plan. You know what I mean? And it defaults you into the $9 one. So I have to call to be like, hey, we want this option. There was times where I'd put $100 in the lunch balance. Right? It is. And I'd put like $100 in the lunch account. I'd be like, this will last for a while. And then I'd be getting these notices like, hey, your balance is almost empty. I was like, man. I was like, I swear, like not paying attention, so I'd put like 100 or $50 or something in it. Your account's getting low. I was like, man. So turns out that because they let you just, she was just buying all this extra stuff. And then we had to tell her, like, hey, you know, like, you're spending, like, so much money at lunch. Like, take some snacks or something. So we're spending, like, a lot of money on just lunch these days. $6 is good. $6, take some extra snacks. Ten more, and I'm quite certain we've cleared 400. We might have. I think we're over 400 already. For what I haven't written down. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do for the next sets out here, just to try and keep better track of it. We're doing sets of 100, and I'm writing it down after every set of 100. It seems to be dry enough out here and sunny that we can put this here. Yeah, 6 isn't too bad. All right. I'm going to get the, we're going to get the table. We're going to put the table out here. We still got, whoa, I still got at least an hour out here. If anyone wants to keep hanging out or whatever we're doing today. We got this table to move out there. And then we're going to get the board. Let's put this table back here. All right. Got our pink and purple marker. As long as we'll stay there. Good. All right. Let's get the board. We got to write down the totals. And we're going to bring this charger, because if this thing runs out of power, then we have no live broadcast. Trying not to touch it with my wet hands. Here we go, everybody. All right. The show is continuing. Every hit on a dummy has to be live streamed. Come on. There we go. Let me hang this up off the ground a little bit so it's not just getting wet. Let me plug this in here. Oh yeah, all right. Hey, what the world? Hey, thanks for coming by. It's good to see ya. We're just gonna keep rolling for a while. I just want to get some hits on the dummy today. Making up for the other days that we missed and things today. I appreciate it. There's the church bell, everybody. You know what that means. It's 3 o'clock. We got at least another hour to go, so we'll do it. I guess we're good here. All right, let me write this down. Ding dong, ding dong. It is 3 o'clock. 3 church bells. No, you don't. You gotta stay there. All right. Good stuff. The picture quality looks pretty decent right now. It's not too dark, not too bright. I don't see any. Oh, it's all just sunny out. Here we go. And just while we're here, we'll leave that filter on. The picture looks okay. All right. Should be no threat of rain anytime soon. We're going to get some hits on here. We're at, let's see, what are we at for the day? 1,000. We're over 2,000. So we're over 190,000, everybody. I have to put my new belt award on my belt. We get these little belt plaques as rewards for whenever you win first, second, or third place at any of these events in Boohurt this year, in the Boohurt International League. I really wish I had some more gold on there, but I don't. But I got another medal to put on it. I should do that tonight. And speaking of planes, a plane is going overhead right now. One of my favorite sounds on Earth is a propeller airplane. I don't know why. Maybe it's just from like being a kid and always hearing them and looking up and watching like, wow. But a propeller airplane is like one of my favorite sounds. Epa! I bet for at some point in some people's lives, oh, Unique. If you're there, Unique, what's up? If not, I hope you have a good day or stream. I love that sound. Let me get my water real quick. Oh wait. Yeah, there it is. Hang on. Getting the water, everybody. Sorry, I have two of them out here. One's empty. And Mr. Wolf. Wolf, thanks for hitting that like button. Alright. I know that I was saying guys are just write them down every 100, but we're not. This is 33, 34, 135. Just kind of keeping better track of it right now. Oh, did you? Oh, hey. Thanks. Yeah, I was the with the red on. I was the one running around like I usually don't fight and run around that much, but I was trying to be especially I was trying to be like a little over the top, running around and doing stuff. And I still got a 3rd place medal in buckler and 4th place in longsword despite running around. Thank you. Hey, thanks. Well, I'm glad you got to check it out. I was so like trying to be for when I was fighting more. Shark Knight, what up? And thanks Wolf for liking the live. I try to be more showy. And if just in case you haven't seen it, this is the dummy. We're hitting this dummy 1 million times in a year or less. We're over 190,000 today, everybody. That's the little board back there keeping track of it. We're at 150 since I wrote the totals down. We're over 190,000. But yeah, you know, I mean, who wants this sport? Honestly, a lot of it is just this. I watched a video of a guy in a longsword tournament do that 25 times, and once in a while he'd do this. I was like, bro, I need to step it up. So that's why I was running around doing stuff in between. Me and Dakota actually got yelled at for dancing after the duels. He did that cartwheel, and I did the little break dancing thing. Although with my fabric brig, I couldn't do the backspin. It just had too much friction. It just like stopped me. But they were like, I remember because they're like, okay guys, now get out of the way. There's more fighting to do. But yeah, I was trying to be more entertaining. I was seriously trying to win too, but I was trying to be more of an entertainer for the crowd there. I'm fighting Sunday in South Carolina. I live up in Pittsburgh, so I'm back home. But Sunday, South Carolina, not this Sunday, next Sunday. So I'll be back at that. And because there's a crowd there, I'll probably be running around too. Unless they have us confined to a small cage. Mr. Wolf. Appreciate it. Yeah, this sport can be... If it wasn't for like the intensity of like the physical stuff that we do for duels, you know, the one-on-one duels, like I'm telling you, top level fighters are always entertaining, but if you're not there, when it's not just finals, a lot of people along the way kind of aren't. Like, just to be real, a lot of people aren't entertaining to watch, so I at least I wanted to run around and have some fun. The running around worked though, you know, except for the one time in longsword, because I was fighting when I was fighting for 3rd place. The guy kept you're allowed, if someone swings at you like this, you're allowed to like trap their sword and hit them. And 2 times when I was swinging, I felt like my sword was stuck because he had grabbed it or something. So instead of just pulling it out, I decided I would like just I'd run away. and then come back. Oh yeah, there's different kinds. The kind we do isn't the most historically it's based on a historical thing with these tournaments. However, as we aren't out there actually like poking each other with the swords, it's not the most accurate recreation of historical fighting. Something that would be, if you ever wanted to learn, HEMA, like HEMA, is a great way to learn. It's a little bit like fencing, but a little bit not. You can learn how to do saber. You can do there's different kinds of swords, long sword, and they'll teach you right from manuscripts. All this stuff is based off of manuscripts written by people that listened to the masters way back in the day. I hope the camera's not getting too wet. Now that the trees are shaking above, all the little drops are coming off the trees. But yeah, you can learn you can learn it straight from the masters, from their teachings, like hundreds and hundreds of years ago. The thing with that is it's a lot cheaper because you don't need armor, and usually a lot of places like this HEMA schools will have a helmet you can wear. It's like a fencing mask and a jacket. You know, some for the protection, but the thing is, it's to one hit. The reason I like this stuff because we hit each other for a time limit, so it's not like one hit and you lose. It's like 60 seconds. How many times can you hit somebody? Oh, the board fell over. All right, still in one piece. That whiteboard is getting so beat up. I actually took this thing to Atlanta so I could do this in the hotel room. So when I'm hitting this dummy, for example, I'm just kind of sitting here hitting it. All these hits would count as hits if I was fighting in armor. They're hard enough, the sword comes back enough, you know what I mean? However, if you were going to fight Boohurt, you know, if you notice, we don't have too much stuff other than it's a bonking sport. You can do, I mean, there's other hits. You can come up like this. You can do all kinds of crazy hits in armor with swords. A lot of them, though, don't really translate too well from into the armored fighting, because if you're doing something like this, since you're hitting for a point total, not to the first touch wins. When you're doing stuff like this, I'm probably getting hit in the head. Heads are worth 2 points, so I don't bother too much with too many crazy fancy moves, because I just would get behind in the totals, if that makes sense. It is, yeah, it is. I don't know which all formats you saw. The ones I was doing was just duels where it's only weapon points. So who can score the most weapon points in 60 seconds with a break and then 60 seconds again. The MMA ones where, like I'm saying that because that's where you can actually fight on the ground, is where you can punch, kick, and stuff like that, and that's scored like boxing or MMA. And then the group fights where it's 5-on-5. Once you hit the ground, you're down until the end of the round, and it's like last team standing. So as long as someone on your team is standing, then you win. You know what I mean? And I generally stick to these kind of cuts or strikes up here. I generally fight with my hands lower. When I start fighting up here, it opens up my body, which isn't a bad thing. But if I'm fighting up here and I don't have a clear headshot on them, but they're also guarding their head pretty well, then I'm probably not scoring, and I have a much bigger target to hit, because you can hit anywhere basically on the body in the duels. You're not supposed to aim at the feet, but all the way down to your feet, all the way up to my head. Everything's a target in a duel. You're not allowed to hit behind the knees or the groin, but You know, so that's not gonna be a factor in duels because you're not hitting someone in the back usually. Although one time I did jump on somebody's back. He was grabbing my saber, and I was having trouble pulling it out. So instead, I got behind him. And I jumped up on his back. It was great. Yeah, the punching then is that was with the other format. So that was when they were punching. That was the format where you can punch, kick, and all that stuff. I was doing the more tame version earlier, but I got a 3rd place, and I was hoping to get higher, but anyway, it was fun. And I've been doing so much of that format this year that's what I'm sticking with. Is that Pixie? Yo, Chan Pixie, if you're there, what's up? I'm just trying to stick with the duels format this year. Next year will be more about this year I just wanted to do the duels and see how I compare. Yo, Salmon, we owe you a big set. Let me finish this one. And then wait for the Heart Me. And to go popular. But I've been doing so good in the duels, I'm kind of just sticking with it. I'm trying to just see how good I do. Next year will be more about fun and doing the team stuff again and the MMA stuff again. It's just since I've just been doing duels tournaments this year. All right, let me write that down. And we got a set to do for Salmon for the Heart Me. Heart Me's are like an immediate set of 99. I didn't say 99. Why would I say 99? An immediate set of 100. Just because we're talking, I don't want to forget. All right, here we go. Oh, let's move this longsword out of the way. All right, fun times. My shield, as you can see, has some dents in it. Thank you. Yeah, I try. I try to. Oh, wait, which logo? You're talking about the? Are you talking about the Pittsburgh logo I had earlier? Well, let me get this set in here. This here is an old school. This is my old soccer team. If you see, I'm moving around a little bit too now. And I am actually punching it a little bit too. Because this is the hitting the dummy. I can't just do it with the sword. I don't want to just have my right arm be super huge. Knee. Punch. That should have been 100. Pittsburgh area. What's up, Maker? Oh, the hat. Yeah, it was already kind of dirty, so yo, thanks for the Alexander. Thanks for the follow. My friend right now pitches for the White Sox. I sort of buy the hats as he goes. He started with Seattle. I gotcha. Yeah, I figured. Actually, the rain might have cleaned it off. I used to wear this for work. If you ever look up, oh, Portland. Ah, good area. There's the Portland Reavers. Portland Reavers are a good armored combat team. I do. I don't make too much. I can repair armor. I can maintain it. No huge repairs, like if a knee shattered, I can't make a new knee for it. Nice. Oh. Well, that's a good name, Maker. Ha. You make the stuff. I gotta remember, we're on 100 that we didn't write down yet. So, if like say like my elbow broke, I couldn't make a new elbow. If something shattered, from the ground up, heck yeah, that's amazing. That's an amazing skill to have. I wish I could, but I can't. Like people ask sometimes when they come through too. Actually, if I make anything, I can't make anything. I'd like to. Well, so I made a new grip for one of my swords that it wasn't a full tang, and I grinded it out, but I'm covering it with tape in the end, you know. So it's nothing too crazy, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know how to pound out metal or things like that. I don't even know if I'd ever try, because it's just at this point in my life to like master it, you know, it'd be like whatever. Ha! I got you. There's a mosquito flying around here. Yeah, but Salmon, my friend pitched for. If anyone's interested, his name's Dan Altavilla. He's not always in the major leagues. Sometimes he gets sent back down, comes back up. But yeah, if you ever see me with a White Sox hat, it's because he pitches. He's with the White Sox right now. He's from here. But yeah, I just support his team. He was with the Giants, so I had a San Francisco hat. Ooh, heck yeah, about the website. I tell you what, there's a huge market for stuff in the SCA, you know, even in the Boohurt. There's all right, I will tell you this. There's no great American Boohurt suppliers for helmets that I know of. If anyone in the USA could make helmets, it would be such a crazy thing. And I don't even know how big of a market it is, because it's an expensive product. There's a lot of competition out there. But I know that sometimes people are like, where do you get your helmets? And they're always made somewhere else, you know what I mean? So anyway, just a thought, I'm just saying. And a typical helmet you can pay, I mean, they're hundreds of dollars. And I don't know, like, how many new people are looking for helmets. Like, once in a while you make a helmet, you know. It might not be a huge, like, something to keep you busy. But just so you know, I can't think of anyone in the U.S. that makes, for Boohurt. There's people that make them for the SCA and stuff, but I can't think off the top of my head that are rated for getting hit with like a pole arm to the head. Like for instance, I have 3 helmets, like I'm not in the market for one, you know what I mean? However, at some point, if I ever do make another set of armor, I would need another helmet, which I will eventually probably have a 4th set of armor, because why wouldn't I? I already got 3. Spring steel, yeah. It is, yeah, you're right, Maker. I know, I kind of know about that, the Bulgarian steel. I have like a Mongolian helmet. I have a nasal helm, like your typical, like Western European nasal helm from like the 1400s. And I have like a Romance of Alexander helmet, which is, I forget the time period for that. But it's like a, you know, a visored bassinet. That one's like my backup helmet. Thank you. So I take it to events because if my nasal helm gets messed up, I have that other one. And the other one is what I have that matches my 3rd set of armor is a whole other set of European armor, but I never put it together because I still fight the team stuff in my Mongolian kit. I need to get a new brig because I don't like the brig for my 3rd set of armor. It only comes down to here, and I have a huge gap. Like a gap this big, and I got it this big, and I have a scale skirt that goes with it, but I don't want to get hit with that. It's just something that I need to get a new brig. I need 2 brigs. I need a new titanium brig to duel, because this one's about to fall apart. And then I need another brig for melee to pass with my 3rd set of European armor. I've been having trouble with downloading my lives lately too, where what will happen is, because I back these all up on YouTube as all these live streams get backed up over there, so that I have a just so it's documented. If anything happens with this app, YouTube I think is a better bet for something that's gonna be around for a while. So I'll back this all up on there, and so we've been live for a while. It's already 3:30. So I think when I download this, I hope it'll download the whole thing. Sometimes it won't. I don't know if something got blocked or something that you might have. What up, silly bear? They might have typed, but I see the word gap. I don't see anything before it. It could rain again, everybody. If it does, what we will do is we'll move the dummy back over there and put the camera under the porch roof again, like earlier. I got so soaking wet, but you know, practicing this in the rain was great. Our friend here got soaking wet. I got soaking wet. Thanks for the follow, Maker. Appreciate it. I was saying before, we used to have to sing when my daughter, if we were live stream, because sometimes we live stream while she's here too. And if I got a follower, she'd hit me with a tennis racket. But we don't do that anymore. For one, it kind of hurt after a while. And two, it broke. Because she would hit me like in the gaps of my armor with it. Like, so I'd be in armor. I wear armor sometimes it is too. But holding the racket sideways, you know. And that thing, like it would always catch you right in the armor somewhere. I'd be like, ow! It actually broke though. She hit me with it enough times. Tomorrow morning, I have to be on here and probably in armor, just so everybody knows. Tomorrow morning should be in armor, at least for some of it. $30. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, actually, in my Mongolian kit, I don't have a gap there. It's great because the brig comes down farther. My Mongolian kit's great. It has the buckles on the side, so it kind of sucks getting hit here because that's where the plates overlap. But yeah, on the armor, like the armor that I usually wear on the live streams when she's with me, yeah, it's great. I actually don't have a gap there at all because the brig. Like pretend this blue is a normal brig and it ends here above your hips where you have that gap. The Mongolian one comes like all the way down to here, like with steel plate. Oh. I see. Yeah. But since we are fighting for it's a point total. Like I don't worry so much about getting hit. I just got third place though. Like this is just hitting the dummy. When you're out there, it's a lot different. When I'm out there, I'm actually blocking and physically doing stuff. Hitting the dummy is a little different, I should say. Like when I'm out there, I'm eyeing up and trying to punch block and stuff like that. Good eyes though. I know what you're saying for sure. But out here hitting the dummy, since it doesn't move back, and it's funny because I had just uploaded a video because someone will come by a lot of times with longsword. They'll be like, you just stand in place, or what are you doing, or you're just sitting dummy. So I actually had a really good showing in the longsword tournament last Saturday, and I uploaded a highlight video of it. Whereas actually like you know, moving around and doing stuff where people can see it for real because they're like, you don't block. Well, there's times where I'm blocking. It's just the dummy doesn't hit back. So I'm kind of just like a left-right. And the other thing, whenever if I'm fighting the MMA version, I almost just leave this open and they can hit me because I'm more looking for to punch. I'm usually keeping my hand with my shield in a spot to punch from, or I hold up because I'd rather at least block my head from getting hit. If that makes sense, because in those you're fighting with, in those you're, yeah, I gotcha. In those you're fighting with 2-minute rounds, you know. So if I'm taking a couple hits down here and those, where if they're hitting me here, I'm like I'm probably returning at the same time up here or here, because they're counting they're counting how many hits and stuff you're getting in a 2-minute round. But if I was out there right now, you know, I would be actually I'd be holding this out a lot farther and actively trying to block and stuff. Alright, before I forget, we're going to write that sets down. I am quite certain that should have been 400. Usually I'm taking my breaks to talk, I'm stopping at 50. Except that one time I said it out loud 30 something, so I remember. Alrighty. Time is it? 3:30. We're going at least till 4. Just so we all know. I'm probably gonna go longer than 4. Just to get some hits on the dummy today. But here we are over 190,000, everybody. Ooh. If there was a zombie apocalypse, yo, I would be so... I wouldn't say extremely well off, but I would definitely have my favorite out of all these swords is like a more modern longsword where it's built with like a modern grip. The bolts, it's kind of like a full tang, but it's got a bolt down here, you know. It's got hex nuts is what I'm saying. There's hex nuts in the handle. It's one of those ones, I think, I never took the grip apart, but I think it just goes through and you can put a new blade in it with hex nuts. I would so use that. It's like a totally modern looking like a sharp long sword. Like this is a good example. Like all these hits right here are hard enough that it count as a hit and boot hurt. All they really look for is that you're bringing the sword back. But when I actually am out there fighting, it's a lot different because then I'm doing all kind of stuff like, you know, where I'm just hitting a dummy here and it's not moving. So quite different, I would say. Yeah, it's great. Plus, out of the box, it was pretty sharp. Like almost no effort to slice through to poke through a water bottle. I've gotten some bad swords online, but that was a good one. And it was cheap. I think it was about I think it was less than $200. It's crazy. I have three neighbors now that are getting work done on their house. There's almost nowhere to park outside because the street's full of construction and vehicles and stuff. Yeah, the duels and stuff are actually pretty fluid and evolving, and so, you know, so I'm never just standing in place. Not never, but I'm usually moving around to duel and block. Actively blocking. battery check. Oh good, we're on 50%. This thing kind of holds its charge. It's plugged in. But it is out in the sun, so I'm just making sure it's not like drastically draining. Like sometimes this thing just, it does not hold a charge at all when it's in the sun at all. So I have it plugged in. It kind of helps. It kind of doesn't help if it's just overheating. You know, then there's nothing I can do about it. So as long as the live stream looks okay, it's not lagging and stuff, then we're good. What's up, David? One of the longest live streams I did was actually after I'd given blood. I was sitting down in a chair, hitting this dummy from a chair. It was I think it went 5.5 hours. We might be close to it today by the time this is done. All right, I'm gonna get some left-handed strikes in here. I haven't done left-handed at all today. I missed that one. Won't count it. Come on, left hand. I can feel it. Left hand, come on. Whew, I always feel I need to make sure we do more. We need to do another set of those here. We're going to alternate right and left for a little bit. That's 300 I've not written down yet on the board. So this will be up to 400 here. Here comes the rain off the leaves, so we'll see. I read an article how people just use all these expensive phones like cameras. That's what I do. I'd love to get a separate camera so that I don't have to use my phone for it. I'm gonna look into that. I got a good tip on some stuff where to look today. Alright. Let's do some left-handed. We'll see if we can get through a whole... We're going to get through a set of 100 left-handed, whether we like it or not. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. At least 50, that's 40. Oh, left hand, left hand. I need to do that in armor. Yo, what's up, Gray Matter? Hey, good to see you. How's it going today? Huh. You know what's interesting? That's 500 right there. Is that the avatars aren't showing up. Is the live stream okay? Is it doing okay? Maybe I'm using too much bandwidth today on this app. We have been streaming for a while. It has been. Well, hey, yeah. Oh, I gotcha. Gray Matter. Good to see ya. Always, as always. We're rolling through it today. It rained out here. We had to get under the porch. Like, all the crazy stuff happened today. So it's weird though because it's not showing the avatar. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Maybe they'll start showing up. Dummy's clothes are drying out already. Ah, better. The sun went down a little bit. Oh, hey, X, hey, thanks for the like. Nice. Heck yeah. HEMA, awesome. I don't remember if we ever talked about it. I've done HEMA a lot over the years. I don't do it so much now because it interferes with the boo hurt stuff. A lot of the stuff I learned in HEMA comes in handy for fighting swords and armor and boo hurt. Although in boo hurt, you know, we obviously can't stab. All right, there's another 100 right there. Make sure I don't miss anything on the chat. Woo! Good forearm workout today. Oh, alright, we're 150. I'm going to switch to this sword and shield again for a little bit. Just kind of running through the numbers today. We were very close to 190,000. Getting really close. I'm sure by the weekend we will have hit it. Oh, yes. Nice. Hey, X, have a good day at work. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for letting me know. That's awesome. Hats off to you for joining the club. That's awesome news. All right. And as for what are we doing? Yeah, I don't have work today. It's a good thing about the hospital, 3 days a week. We're going till probably another, I don't know, we'll maybe put in a whole hour. Yeah, heck yeah. Good to hear. Just getting some reps in today. Where's my water bottle? There it is. Oh, I need to redo this fire pit. The dummy now makes its way into the fire pit. It slowly goes downhill. Not as much right now. I'm an idiot. I could fill this thing up in my house. I never thought about that. Whenever I first, this dummy in the base is filled up with water. I didn't think about it in the beginning. I could have like just filled it with water with the hose into the house instead of by hand filling up jugs of water and dumping it into it. And I can do that. Caballero! I can do that next time. It would make it so much easier to move this thing around from inside to outside. Dump some of the water out. I can fill this up now that this is the most it's been filled up, so it doesn't move around as much. Oh, missed. Won't count it. Sometimes I'm looking at chat, I miss. Alright, that is 300 that we gotta write down. We're just going such 500. Every 500, write it down. Here comes a squirrel. So we're in 326. Hello. Hi. Oh, hello. Did everybody see it? I don't know. Did anybody see it? I don't even know. Oh yeah, there's somebody here still. The peak is over. The peak of the day. We had a pretty good peak. We had a really crazy good chat room today. Sometimes after a while, I think it stops recommending the live because it'll be like, hey, you're using too much of our bandwidth today. Why don't you call it a rest? Oh, I missed it. I missed the, darn, I missed the text. Darn it. Oh, well. Sometimes, if I have to answer a text message, the whole live will get blurry for a second. Mystic! It will get blurry because I'd have to open a text message app. I don't have to reply to that one right now. If they text back again, I'll try and catch it. Getting close to another set of 500, everybody. Oh, I tell you what, like, I missed some good days. I could have been streaming on here, but I didn't. Now I don't care about it because things used to get restricted all the time, and I would be so mad. Now when they get restricted, it's like whatever. It's just from hitting a dummy with the sword. The funny thing is, though, like, these don't count, by the way. The funny thing is, though, like, after that would happen, it'd still be a popular live stream. So I don't get it. I would think that would be a bad thing. And I had missed 3 days because I was just over it. I was like over this app. So we're actually going to be picking up a day to getting done a day sooner. If I would have been, if I'd been hitting a dummy for those 3 days, even a little bit on live, I would have. I wouldn't have been so far behind, but I'm technically still behind the average. So if we figure out the average that I'm running at, I would not complete it in a year. that would be a failure. It has to happen in a year or less. All right, 60. All right. That's 500. I'm gonna tell you what. Oh, hey, Mystic Tacos and is Sank here? I was gonna say, hey, let's do a little shout out. There's actually somebody here. Let's see who is in the house. Oh, Misty is here. Oh, that's your. I was reading your other name. Whenever they have like someone tunes in, it doesn't say Misty. I should just recognize your avatar. And Tally and user 93979. What's up? How's it going? That's another of 500. Nothing too crazy. Whenever it was raining earlier, that was fun. It rained, it's sunny again. Let me do a battery check. We're on 48%. Good, it's holding strong, surprisingly. The phone is out in the sun, so... Well, Misty, I think, knows, right? Like, we had some people come in and be like, you know, you're doing it wrong. Man, I uploaded my response video. It was something about Longsword. Somebody came in earlier and mentioned it. I was like, see the video. I was like, I'm just out here hitting a dummy. You know what I mean? Yo, Kerrigan, what up? And what's up, 6? Yeah, right? Actually, one thing that, though, I can't blame people for is whenever there is actually a translation error for which style we're doing. Because sometimes people be like, they'll be explaining something which is totally legit. And then I'm like, oh, wait. I was like, but, you know, I'm just hitting this dummy. I play Boo Hurt. And I'll be like, you're totally right what you're saying, but you know, because they'll be like talking about like different ways of like swinging and stuff. I'm like, Boo Hurt doesn't care. This is all that they care about. You know, it doesn't have to be fancy. You're just bonking someone with an unsharpened sword, if that makes sense. You know, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. You know, because they'll be talking about the technical stuff that we don't worry about. There's a dummy, everybody. 6 if you're there, if you just tuned in. That's what we're hitting. Our favorite friend, Bob. You know, and they're like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm like, yeah, it's like, this is just Boo Hurt's just a whacking sport. There's no skill in it. There's skill. The people who do really well have skill. But for the most part, it's this. But anyway. Like, they're like, well, you don't cut through. Like, I never cut through. It's not the first touch. If I'm cutting through, and I'm like, if I'm going like this, it might be okay for a follow-up hit. I stick to the same kind of strikes all the time. Just shots to the collarbone, head, side. Only their left side. I don't even bother. With these too much. Sometimes I do. These hits this way, hits straight down, hits this way. Very rarely down that way. You're correct. And there's a lot of people that just sit around and never just watch a lot of movies or YouTube videos. The experts of 2025. So we're at 600 to write down on the paper. We're going to keep going before I write it down. I want to have a nice big fat set of 1,000 to write down. So that is 6. I need to keep the hat flipped around this way so I can at least see. What's up, Dwight? What's up, Jeff? Fighting at the Upstate Ren Fair in South Carolina next weekend. That'll be fun. I'll have a live stream of it, of course, at least when I'm not fighting. Slight chance that if no one is streaming it live, I might try and live stream myself out there. It doesn't always work out. The last time I did, I was at a polearm duel where I was fighting. I was like, hey, I set the camera up. I had my armor on. It's like, this is me. If you see out there, this is me. You'll see me fighting. But I had to set it back kind of far from the list so that you could at least see what's going on. And then because I wasn't like interacting, like actually nobody watched it, even though we had all the polearm fights. Plus, in between all the rounds, you know, there's like you have a couple minutes sometimes before rounds because it was like a more casual event. It wasn't like on a time schedule. So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I was like, I wonder how the live stream is doing. And I went and looked after a while. Like there wasn't even anybody tuned in, which is kind of funny. So if I'm fighting, I don't live stream myself anymore, but I will live stream the event afterwards of all the other action. Because then I can interact. It's a lot better. I can zoom in. I can follow the action. When it's just sitting there from like 50 feet away, it's definitely not as entertaining. Plus, I've even tuned in on people. Tweety had a live stream of their practice. Thanks for the share, Jeff. Tweety was filming their practice, a full armored practice, and people were complaining like because he wasn't checking the chat, which I wasn't either when I was fighting. I mean, you can't. They're like, you're not checking the chat. They're like the music's too loud, or like they had all these complaints. There's like a chat room full of complaints, which then you can't deal with it because you're an armor and you're fighting, and like I can't check the chat. So it's a lot more entertaining when I don't live stream myself, which is why earlier we were talking about I may try and find a camera that I can use separate from the phone so I can actually take it out there and I can live stream the event from like first person point of view, and then when I'm not actually fighting, I can use it and just like live stream it like normal and aim the camera at whatever I want, but have like a harness. So thanks for the share again, Jeff. But have like a harness or somewhere and a kind of crappy camera, so if it does get smashed with like a pole arm or something, excuse me, where if it does get smashed or something, I'm not like out of like hundreds of dollars. It would be like a live event cam. I can check the chat between rounds when I'm resting. Alright, I may be over it right now. I might not. We're going to hit 10 more times, and that's going to be 70. Now we're at 700, I meant, not 70. My decimal point's off in my head. What's up there, Eli? 700 to write down on the paper. Let's keep it going. Let's get the longsword out for a little bit. This is the day. This is the day to make up on some of the days I took off. I'm gonna say 7:33. So don't forget 7:33. Not in South Carolina. I'm fighting in South Carolina though. At the Upstate Ren Fair not this weekend, but next weekend. I don't remember what it's by. If you look up on the map, because I know there's a place on there called Ground Zero Productions, which was involved like in the music industry. It's 3 minutes from there. Upstate Ren Fair, I think is what it's called in South Carolina. So I'll be fighting at it. I am in Pittsburgh though, is where I live, Pittsburgh area. Way up north. I'm basically working. I clock out Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Excuse me. Coming home, I'm gonna have my stuff set out, throwing all my armor and sword and stuff in my car, and driving down there, and then I'm going to go to bed because I'm gonna sleep like 10 to 12 hours. There's my alarms telling me don't forget to pick up my daughter for horse riding. There might be some extra alarms going off. I will try to silence them. 7:33. I actually remember the number. Is where we left off. If I can sleep 10 to 12 hours before Saturday morning when I fight, I'll be good. It's just I'll be awake for like 24 hours the day before. But that's how it is. If I want to go fight, that's how it is. I work at night and I can't always get the days off I want. Did I get the days off I want? No, but at least I am able to go. I think it's an 8-hour drive, 8.5. It's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So if you're looking at the map of Pennsylvania, in the very bottom corner, it's like a 90-degree angle, and we're like here. It's like western Pennsylvania, more south on the map. Oh, there's the church bells. Alright, the sky's getting cloudy again. Is it going to rain again? I don't know. We're at 800 now to write down. It's 4 o'clock. I got another half hour we can go. Let me just count this in my head. So we're on 800. My daughter's horse riding lesson, she rides at 6:30. We have to be there at 6. I have to pick her up at 5:30. Oh, we got like a whole hour to go. 5 o'clock. This is 5 o'clock's the cutoff. This is, I think the peak's over. I don't know how anyone's finding this live stream right now, but for a while, it was banging. We had great, it was really busy earlier. I think after like 4 or 5 hours, TikTok stops promoting the live. Because they're probably like, quit streaming, you're taking up too much of our data. Alright. 200 to go. Then we write a whole set of 1,000 down. Talon! Talon! I don't have to I was going to message you later as I say, my bad, I didn't wake up at 9. What's up? How's it going? Oh, man. I was just going to say, yeah, I said that earlier. Like hours ago, I was like, I felt bad, and some other people too. I was like, I'll be on at 9. Yeah, I didn't make it. I just had stuff going on this morning I didn't anticipate. Thanks for the like. We're on 800. I haven't written down the paper. We survived a whole rainstorm today. I sent an invite. Weird. Huh? Okay. Well, thanks for coming by. I didn't realize that there's an invite. I wonder how that happened. Because I didn't touch anything on purpose on here. Weird. I wonder how that happened. Huh. Well, hi, for one. Okay, that's odd. I need to screenshot that. Another thing I look into. How did it send an invite? Huh. Weird, okay. Alright, screenshot that. Remind me for later to look it up. How do invites work? Weird. Alright, well, anyway, hi. Oh, hey, Misty, yes. And you are really good. It's and I know it's Boffers, but I just say sword in general. Like, I mean, you're really good with that. I remember because I even saw. Well, we know. I watched your Thanks for smashing the like button. That's crazy. 22 now. I remember watching your update video from like the beginning to where you're at now, Misty. Hey, I don't know. I signed up for Carnage. I don't know if you happen to be going to Carnage or not, Misty. I'll be there. This next whole, I don't know. Carnage. We're gonna see. I've done like so many events this year that I don't know if I'm gonna be as active in it next year with like the dueling stuff. I'd like to get back to doing some melee and some other things. I'm definitely going to Carnage. I think you'd be good in longsword. Just how your stance is and stuff when you fight, you know. In Boffer fighting, it's the same as fighting a regular longsword. The only difference is you probably might have it. The sword's gonna be a little different, obviously, and the armor would be a factor too. But yeah, I mean, you have a good form, Misty. So I don't think you'd have any trouble fighting longsword. That should be 60. You should be at 860. I have to work one night, Friday night, so tomorrow morning, just so everyone knows, in town. I'm serious. I'm trying to be on at like 9 in the morning in armor, just so we know. I need to get some armored sets in. I'm always like, I'll be on at this time. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff came up this morning. There's that alarm again. Maybe I'll just leave this glove off in case I gotta hit it again. I don't know how many alarms are set. Because usually right now is when I'd have to get off to get my daughter. I would have had to been off here. Those are my alarms like, hey, you're really running late. But they rescheduled it for like 2 hours later. So generally we'd have been at horse riding right now. Nice, yeah. I don't think I've seen you there it's been a while. I remember talking to you though, like in person. Might have been, was it 3 years ago though? I don't remember the time, but I remember when we talked. Oh, no, I got another set of, that was only, now we're at 900. We're gonna write a whole set, a 4-digit set on here. And, we're gonna be very close to 190,000. I'm debating if I can hit 200,000 before this Ren Fair thing, which would be great. I'm really debating on taking this dummy to Walmart. Like I keep saying it, it might be next week. I want to get a milestone hit at Walmart in the parking lot. I mean, just so people driving by will be like stop and be like, what is going on? Maybe they'll call the police. We're definitely gonna have to use just the plastic sword though. I don't want to get the steel sword out and make people like really panic. But like have my armor on at Walmart, hitting the dummy, see what happens. We'll see. Okay, 3 years ago. Yeah, I knew it was a while ago. Carnage is as soon as that Carnage I signed up in the first 2 minutes. I was sitting there at Pensick at the SCA event and I was like I knew it was coming up. I was watching the clock, refreshing the timer. As soon as I was allowed, as soon as I was able to sign up for Carnage, I did, because those slots are going to fill up so quick. I was saying ooh, because when I punched it, like, without the glove on, it just feels weird. So it's a weird texture, just grabbing this dry wood in my hand. It kind of slid on the handle, and I felt a little bit of friction off it. I might need to put this glove on, because I don't want blisters on my hand. Yeah, alright, so today I have a Pensick upload for today. all the bridge battle openings, and then I need to get on it and do it, because for one, I need to get the footage off my phone because it's taking up storage space. But I need to get my, I said I'd do these people a favor and recommend these gloves, and I recommend them. We've hit this thing like probably 50,000 times since I bought these gloves, and they're very durable. I like them a lot. Only the stitching a little bit starting to come undone. Oh, Planeswalker! If you're there, what's up, Mr. Planeswalker? I can't see if Planeswalker's here or not right now, but I would say, because I did mention in something that I replied to him, something about Dragon Con. They had a Commander Riker cosplay contest, and I figured because you do have a red Starfleet uniform, that you would know who Riker is. But yeah, I so wanted to go to it, but it was happening while we were fighting, so I was kind of disappointed. I would have loved to see a Commander Riker convention. I actually should do it. I have a red Starfleet uniform. I'm actually disappointed I didn't bring a Starfleet uniform to cosplay in at the convention. Next time I will. Alright, we're so close. A couple more hits on here is definitely over. Because I sort of started talking around 60, so we're definitely over 1,000 here. I started talking a while ago at 960. Alright, let's write this down. It looks like it could rain. We're streaming for another hour. Another 50 minutes. I don't care if it rains, we will keep going. But I will have to move the camera out of the, where does it get wet? Oh. Alright. So here we go. That was a whole 1,000 we have written down. So we are in 1, 2, 3, 4. We're over 4,000 for the day. I'm gonna keep going at it. I have nothing to do. You know, like hit the dummy. You can see the weather changing here. I don't know. We might get blasted with another rainstorm. This weather's crazy today. I was just telling everybody at work, I was like, man, we don't get rain. I was like, this summer has been the least rain I've ever had up in the Pittsburgh area. It's true. Like, I don't know. We just don't have any rain this year. Today it's rained 3 times at 9 a.m. I did wake up when my alarms hit at 9. So I'd be lying to say I could not get on at 9 because things came up. I did wake up at 9 when my alarms went off, and I was up for a minute, and then I realized, because I had to go uptown to buy some stuff, for things I got to do this week. So I was like, oh, I got to do that. And then while I was out, I got some hot dogs and a Mountain Dew. Then I came back and started, but I got on here like a lot later. But either way, I had to go there while it was open, because if I'm live streaming long, you know, like this stuff would be closing by now. I'd have to end the live already. I was thinking I was really far behind in strikes, so I wanted to get at least 5,000. Looks like we're going to. But then when I first went to get on, it was pouring down rain. So I was like, well, let's wait a little bit. Edited the video, the upload today. It was still raining. I was like, ugh. And then it quit. I was like, time to go. Then it was sunny again. And then it rained again. Then it was sunny. Now it's going to rain again. Which is going to suck, because if we're out there, horse lessons are outside. Unless it's like lightning, you're outside in the rain no matter what. I don't know if the horses hate the rain or like the rain. They seem indifferent to it. They just sit there like, okay, whatever. They're probably used to rain. They probably don't like jumping over jumps in the rain. I know I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to be jumping over stuff with some kid riding on my back while it's raining out. Like, whatever. They just sit there. They do whatever. The horses don't care, apparently. I think I would, though. Oh yeah. Oh, I shut the alarm off. So yeah, because I think Talon Missy might have been here too, and I was talking about. I got that. I went on that date last night, and guess what? She wants to go to a Ren Fair now. So yeah, that'll be the. It worked out. Oh, they must be getting done over there. I hear them letting the air out of the compressors. Yo, and Neil is there. I recognize Neil's avatar. So there's new porch, new roof, new roof. All 3 houses around me are getting work done at the time. So not just, there haven't been any dogs barking today. Usually the dogs are barking half the live stream. Today it's been construction noises. So if you hear that noise, that's the air compressors. Oh, I see a chat. Let me finish this set. I'm going to catch up to it. 1 second. Oh, here comes the rain. Oh, right. So I'll explain what her costume is going to be. All right. We need to move this. Here we go. Because it's going to rain. And if it rains like it did earlier, it was pouring down rain. So we want to get the electronics under cover. And then the whiteboard, because the whiteboard will get messed up. So we're going to stream from right here. Don't worry, everybody. We'll be good. All right, we're going to bring the dummy a little closer. And this. Although I do often say that I don't care if this long sword gets wet. I don't really want to get it that wet. So let's put this here. All right. Readjusting the studio here, everybody. All right, let's bring this over. Let's just finish the water. So yeah, we'll see. So her outfit. Jacob, what's up, Jacob Hood? Hey, thanks for the follow. The outfit, because she doesn't have any Ren Fair stuff, but now that we were talking about stuff, she wants to go. So she has a nun outfit out of all her stuff. She does have some cosplay stuff, but she's gonna. We're looking at that, but she has like another black dress that'll go with it. So it'll look like maybe some religious cosplay. I don't know. It should be all right. She'll be good. All right, I'm bringing the dummy a little closer next. Our friend Bob and I are gonna get a shower. Come on. There we go. Bob and I. All right. Bob and I are getting a shower together, everybody. If it rains, I get wet. Y'all be in the dry, nice under the roof of the porch. All right, cool. And the that's right there. I should plug it in, actually. I think it'll work. I just don't want the electronics to be out there out of anything to get wet. All right, hang on. This thing's like a big pile of spaghetti now. All I did was pick it up, and it is so tangled up for me just carrying it over here. I don't understand how that happens. This is... Look at this. How did this happen? All I did was pick it up and bring it over here. It's like tied in a knot. Anyone ever seen those videos where you can like things look like, you know, they're like you have a knot in something and you just do something crazy with like a stick or something, and all of a sudden like you wrap the string around it a certain way and it's all of a sudden like untangled, like crazy weird stuff. All right, here we go. Oh, got untangled around that. There we go. All right, plug this back in. Sorry for the delay, everybody. How's the afternoons going out there? All right, everything is now untangled, plugged in. I just want to play it safe this time because last time I wasn't, and it poured down rain out there. It was nuts. All right, here we go. Almost time to get back to hitting dummy, and I have 100. Talon, thanks for liking the live again. We're at 100. All right. Cool. Let me grab the sword. Watch it. Watch it not even rain. All right, we got 40 minutes, 42 minutes. Just hitting the dummy, trying to get the totals up a little bit because we're slacking. We're actually behind on the average. This still won't put me over the average, but it'll get us closer. We'll probably be over like 2,500 a day on average. This is day 81, everybody. We're over 190,000. All right, and now I can keep an eye on chat if anything comes up. Let's see what else is going on out in the world. Yeah, so I got a Ren Fair trip to do now. The thing that sucks is I have this, so it's not gonna work this weekend. She's going to see Marilyn Manson's playing up here, on like the 20th or something. So we got to figure out the day. I think it's gonna be at the end of the month when we go. And Marilyn Manson is playing at a small venue. Smaller than I thought. I thought if Marilyn Manson came, maybe the venues that's going to get Marilyn Manson is going to be lucky. Whether you like Marilyn Manson or not, it's for how popular of a band. Even if it was proper, it's going to sell out. I'm sure. She has tickets to it already. I didn't even know. I probably would have went. But either way, small venue. I was surprised. The cool thing is it's like it's in a record store, and they have this huge, for a record store, the whole basement is like a concert hall. Thanks for the like button. It's not even raining after we did all that. So tell you what, let's just bring this a little closer. Until we start getting a downpour. That way we can, right. A little bit better here, right, everybody? Kinda. Kinda not. Alright. Good. That should be about 180. I'm a little bit off. Now, I have to think of some things, too. I don't know if anyone has any suggestions. What to do. So, because we're at 200,000, there should be no reason that I don't hit 1 million. After that, what should we do? I was thinking yesterday how this has become such a habit that now if I wouldn't live stream, what am I going to do with my life? For all these hours that we're spending together? What would be something good to do if we're not hitting? I would probably continue. There's no way I'm hitting this every day afterwards, but I would still do like my high volume, high intensity workouts that I do in armor, which I quit doing to do this, and I've realized in armor now it's a little bit harder. So that's why tomorrow is important to actually wear some armor, so I don't lose that touch. You know what I mean? Like if I'm out here doing this all day, it's great, but it doesn't translate at all to swinging a sword in armor. So that's why tomorrow's gonna have some armor on, at least the top half. Probably every other day until I have that fight. Then I don't have a fight for like a whole month. Yeah, maybe like yeah, that would be something. That's a good idea. I'd probably want to schedule that, like make an announcement ahead of time, so you know what I mean. So it's not just like, oh hey, I'm live doing a lesson, but saying like, you know, announcing it like, hey, whatever, October 20th, we're having a live lessons. That could be a good one. I need to upload some content too, like some tutorials. Yeah, Talon, good thought though. I just don't have something I could do like every day, once a week, because I'd probably run out of ideas unless you just do the same. We could have a basic class. Oh, here comes the rain. I can feel it's cold. It's getting colder out here too. I don't know. Once it starts snowing, it gets cold. I'll be out here in a hoodie. And then when it gets too cold, I live streamed here like last winter. There's one of the days I live streamed, and I actually think I was severely close to getting frostbite. I was out here for like 33 minutes or something. Here comes the rain. Let me get this under the roof. Whoa, it's getting rained on. Thanks for that like. So I actually had I was out here for like, I think it was like 33 minutes. And man, I had my snowboard boots on. I had on a pair like those gym, the tight gym yoga pants for guys, plus thermals, plus sweatpants. And then I even had on like 2 hoodies and a winter coat. And you know what happened? My feet, I had 2 pairs of nice socks on, and my feet got so froze where I sat and I stuck them under the radiator, the heater here, and they just hurt. It was so crazy how fast it happened. I was live streaming it. I had my beard, everything was like covered in ice. It was nuts. We might encounter that again this year. I will definitely have to bring the dummy inside more when that happens. Now I'm standing on some concrete. That's also different. Hey, and something else I noticed too, when I was fighting in the rain earlier, or hitting the dummy in the rain, that the sword was moving so much better because it actually cut down on the friction. So whenever I hit it, like I can feel a little bit of friction where it hits the rubber. Not as much right here, but you can actually feel if I'm pulling. Oh, see that seamstress? Who was that? No, Billy Badass. Oh, Billy Badass. Hey. Thank you, Billy. We owe you a good set. Let me finish this one, and Billy. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know if you know, but like you know that time that you gave a rose at one time, you were in the credits for the highlight of the day. When I make the highlight of the day, any like you know, the coin puts you in the credits. All right, let me finish this set. That'll put us, I think, it's at 300, and then I'm gonna get you a more intense set for the rose. So welcome back. We've been out here a long time today. We're gonna be over 5,000 hits, which will be good because I'm behind. Tomorrow, I probably won't get it. I definitely won't be getting like 5,000, but I have to work tomorrow night, so that kind of sucks. Just so everybody knows, there's a very slight chance that I might be on here tonight too. My daughter's got horses till 6:30. I'm gonna do that set for you, Billy. We get a good intense set for you. Let me just think of something real quick. So she's riding at 6:30. She rides till 7:30. She'll get back to her mom's at 8. The gym closes at 9. I might not make it to the gym. I want to do some cardio. If I can't, I might do some cardio around town. And then, because I have to stay up late tomorrow, I just might get back on here tonight and live stream. But it'll be late. You know, I'm talking like, time is it? 6 or 7 hours from now. But just for something to do. Keeps keeps me from vegetating. Do a live stream. Hit the dummy. All right. Here we go. This is for that rose there. The re-award. Hey. Ah. Oh, you can imagine that. Oh my, a million sword strikes on Minecraft. You could. I mean, it's definitely something that someone could do. I can imagine that. A clown outfit. We'll dress up in some. I'll see what I have. I don't know if I would wear a clown outfit if I had one. I'll see what I got. Yeah, instead of just a t-shirt. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow I got to get some armor on to do it. I'm losing my touch, my endurance in the armor. All this is great, but it doesn't translate. I need to get at least top half of armor on with the helmet, and do. Yeah. If I can find some out. Oh, I should get a freaking the Halloween store. I'd get a clown outfit for real. I'll look for one. If it's not too expensive. The what do you call it? Spirit Halloween. Ooh, so are we on 300 or 400? I don't remember. We'll just say that set was 300. I might have forgotten to count a whole 100. Whatever. We'll say that was that made it 300. Now I forget what I was gonna say. The numbers went on my head. I try to remember them, and I push out the other thing I was thinking about. Oh yeah, armor. Oh right, I gotcha. Yeah, when I get the armor on, we're gonna have a pretty dumb workout, because I'm gonna be hitting this thing like fake tournament day. So I'm gonna. The thing is, like, I don't wear it often enough. So then when I get out there and fight, what's up again, Pixie? What up? Then I actually my endurance is down, because I'm not fighting in the I'm not wearing the armor so much and swinging a sword. All right, I think that could have been 300. I will say it's 300. It could have been more. I'm pretty sure that made it instead of 300. From Billy's gift. I'm hanging out by the porch in case it rains. It started to rain and it kind of stopped. But who knows? The sky up there is a little cloudy. Thanks for smashing that like button. By the way, this whole time. So yeah, tomorrow, definitely have to wear some armor. So yeah, if you come by, at least we'll have armor on tomorrow. Heck yeah, all day. I swear to you, I would wear a clown outfit. Ooh, little calf tightness there. Trying to think where Spirit Halloween is around this year. If I can find one, and as long as I do it on a day where I have the next day off, I'll do the makeup too. Because I can't imagine myself trying to wipe makeup off myself before a night shift. Oh, we're good. Pixie. Oh, Pixie, I need to make you one anyway. Maybe. The best circus on earth is a boo herd event. Where you can see clowns on teams hitting each other. That should be 354. And Pixie, we're like 5,000 hits today. So I'm fighting in South Carolina not this weekend, but the next one. There's something going on in Utah coming up. Where else? Yeah, we're Apocalypse happens. I'm set. We're chopping. We're just going on a chopping. I won't use a shield. Apocalypse comes, we'll roll with two swords. Two sharp long swords. Yeah, oh yeah. Hey, in Maryland, Maryland. October 11th or 12th. There's one Perrysville, Maryland. Heck yeah, we'll be choppers. We should both go out and dual wield swords for that apocalypse. Do you know where Perryville, Maryland is? It's kind of up northeast, I think. So this here should be about 400 that we haven't written down. I'm trying to save space, so we're counting for higher sets because I'm going to run out of space, so I keep writing down 100, 200 on the board. The board. Now, so I know Billy's been here before. We're up to 100. We're over 190,000. I don't know if I'd ever pulled the board out when you're here before. That's right. That's right. Oh man. I swear to you, I even rewatched it. I know, that's the thing. And I've said it before. I'm gonna do this whole thing for million. Everyone who is here at least saw it. People, because you're right. You know, it's gonna happen is because I even posted on Facebook that you know, we're up to like 150,000. People are like all right, like whatever, going about their day. It's true. Billy is that's some truth there. But the thing is, everybody will know it happened, and there'll be someone out there hit this thing 1,000,000 times in a year. And I've even said it before, even on here. I'll be like, but no one will care. People will. There are people that will, but a lot of people will just be like, cool dude, or whatever. Yo, Hollowed Heart. What's up, Hollowed Heart? And Cavallero again, I believe. Yeah. Well, hey, if you can do one's better than zero. 4.99 is better than zero. And so yeah, Perryville, Maryland. I'll send you the link to it or a flyer. Let me remember by taking a screenshot because I don't have a good memory. Except I can remember we're on 400. I don't know how I'm remembering that we have to write down. I will send you a flyer for the event. It's in Perryville, Maryland. And I'm fighting there just the duels. It's a one-day event. They're gonna have the team stuff, and then they're gonna have the duel stuff first, I believe. Oh, did I hit something? Oh, are you? Did I send an invite by accident? Well, anyway, you're on here if you want.
I think so. Can you hear me?
I can.
Say hi to Chris.
Hey. How you doing?
What up? Oh, hey, what's up? Sorry, yeah, I was saying, Billy, you can make fun of me. Don't make fun of my friends on here.
Well, I feel bad for Billy because he said that pixies are attracted to the light from his welder, so that means they're not attracted to him at all.
Oh man. Nico, what up, Nico? Batman is gonna jump me. But it's past 4 though. I might have missed the 4 p.m. Unless it's 4 a.m. Batman will be out at 4 a.m. So anyway, yeah, there's an event coming up at. Do you know Perryville, Maryland? I don't know if you ever heard of it, but
I'm not sure.
all right. Well, anyway, it's up north of the state somewhere, and I'll send you a link that way. You'll know and it should even have like some vendors and stuff. And this one where people actually kind of dress up a little bit, like Ren Fair looking kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, we just need trail.
What's that? Oh, yeah. It's just yeah. You probably don't need to bring a whole lot of stuff. Like, there's no camping at it. It's just like it's just a one-day fighting event. What happened with the trailer? You guys get it all figured out? With the wheels and stuff? Or you were getting a new trailer?
We just got our new trailer.
Nice. That was like the most horrible experience I heard about anyone leaving Penn State.
Oh no, but like 50-55. Yeah,
It was rough.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you made it.
we're gonna have a very nice trailer for this year now.
Yeah. That was a. Oh man, yeah. I'm so glad you made it home for one, but that's. You think it's gonna be a nice, easy trip, and it takes you like twice as long to get home with all that stuff going on. And plus, when you got kids with you, I'm sure it adds stress to it. You know.
Yeah. A little bit. They were kind of sleeping through most of it, and they had their tablets, so.
All right, so that's not too bad. Yeah, I was actually looking.
Hey, Billy went quiet pretty quick.
I know. I don't know if Billy's still here. Oh, Billy is here. Yeah, Billy comes by sometimes, but I don't mind it. Like it's I am the clown out here hitting the dummy a million times.
If you can't handle getting roasted on TikTok, you might as well get out of the SBA.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So many people come by. It's good though for engagement too, kind of, because you get the chat rolling. Yeah, we're over 5,000 today. It's crazy numbers.
He's hit Bob 5,000 times today.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, maybe we're not there yet, but we're close. Looking at it, I think we're not there, but we will be. 20 minutes to horse riding
Well, I
lesson.
mean, you're a man. You guys always exaggerate your numbers.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're good for that.
Oh, did you see Christopher Lloyd? I heard he was at Dragon Con.
I didn't see him.
Yeah, I heard he was one of the people there. But I didn't know anything about it, so.
Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, about heater shields. So are we talking about no one does the heater shield as in like using it, or the there's different designs. I mean, it depends maybe on how the design is, and if it's a strapped heater versus like a center grip. Where sometimes it don't. I think heaters even have a grip like this, so you can hold it this way.
So you fight at Penzic too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause, one of my campmates has been kind of pushing me to look into being a combat archery fighter.
Yeah.
And I don't know the first thing about fighting or what you need in regards to armor and padding and stuff.
Okay. So it takes you need your own kind of off for it, right? And they have usually what you gotta do, just like if you get a weapon off for anything else like swords or spears, so you gotta go get and you gotta pass a little test. I don't know where they keep the rules, but I'd at least look through that rule book because my one friend Patty from I think you might have met him. I don't remember, but anyway, he does the combat archery, and he failed the first test. He said it was like a trick question, so they take you out to do in the field, and he has his crossbow, and it's just like a practice for your archery certification, right? And the marshal is standing there, and all these people are fighting, and he's just doing his thing, and he shoots the arrow, and the marshal says, stop fight, whatever, hold, and he's like, what's wrong with this scenario? And he's like, thinking, he's like, I don't know. And the marshal's like, I don't have eye protection on, so you should have taken that shot. And he was saying that's so stupid, like, the marshal should have eye protection then, or like, how are you going to shoot anybody? The other thing too, he's like, well, he thought it was a trick question. He's like, why just assume the marshal is like safe? So even though he isn't aiming at the marshal, he's shooting at someone down the hill. And because the marshal didn't have eyewear on, eye protection, that he said that he didn't pass his combat archery test. So
He shouldn't be the marshal.
yeah, right. So that was kind of
It
fun.
was our campmate, because our campmate is marshal too, or is a marshal also.
At
Yeah.
that point, I'd probably ask for a different marshal, someone that knows what they're doing.
Right. So I know that you got to take a test and just watch out for the trick question depending who you're doing. That was somebody from Atlantia too, you know. So that's like kind of like your area, I think, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I know he like you don't need as much crazy armor. You obviously got to have a helmet and stuff and something for I guess for your hands, but it's like you know, I think you know, like you can yield so that you don't get totally blasted by somebody if they come up to you and they're gonna hit you. So you can yield so they don't have to like smash you for a hit. So I'll talk to him. I'll ask him about it. See what I can find about info. Are they in Atlantia? In Atlantia?
No, he's in middle.
Middle. All right.
Because he's I think right now he's the only fighter in our group. The other guy, his name's Fosgod. He's been to all 52 Penzics.
Oh wow.
So he's essentially realized he's a bit aged out of it. So
Yeah.
So I think Penzic 51 was his last year fighting.
Oh, all right. Oh, it's been a while. For sure.
Well, no, he did 51 years worth of fighting, I think.
Right.
So he's tired.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I think I'm only on. I think this is my 6th.
Penzic?
Yeah, my 6th Pensick.
I've been going on and off since, I don't know, maybe Penzic 25.
Nice.
Yeah, you went down that spot.
All right, well, we're pulling in the Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, hey. Heck yeah, have a good dinner. Yeah. Cool chatting with you. Y'all have a good dinner.
But I'll message you about more info regarding like armor and stuff. And
Yeah, all right.
so
Yeah. I'll ask
but
my
it's
friend. Yeah, and I'll ask my friend who does it, see what I can find out, since they already do it.
okay.
All right.
All right, later.
Catch you later. All right. While we were talking, I believe that is 61. I was kind of like we're still hitting it, although I'm just kind of hanging off it. Now that I have all this water in the bottom of the dummy, I can just hang off it. Oh, did I miss something? Let me catch up on chat right after this. Oh no, I didn't. It must have reformatted the text to look a little different when we were chatting. All right, so that should be 200. We moved everything. It doesn't look like it's gonna rain too much more. Horse lessons could be bad. Thanks, Still Down, for liking the live. Insane. Almost at 30,000. I can't even talk. Almost at 30,000. And just by the way, I was saying earlier, this could be the last of the hair, everybody. Now that, this could be the last of my hair. I've never had hair this long in 20 years. And today, my daughter asked me, she's like, grow your hair out. I was like, all right. She's like, I never saw you with hair. So I did. And it's at the point where I'm going to tell her, like, is this long enough? Like, get a good look at it. Because I think tonight when I get home, I'm getting a haircut. As in, it's all going back to normal. I've been shaving my head for 20 years. This is the longest it's been in probably 20 years. Ooh, as I was holding this, I just looked. Oh, there. Yeah, look, the buckler's coming apart. That's the old sewing. I didn't even realize. Thankfully, it rained today. I bet this will happen because I didn't even realize it was coming off. So I have to fix my buckler because the rain actually warped the leather a little bit, enough for it to pop up. That I just noticed. Because you know what'll happen? I'll go to an event and be like, oh, you can't use that. Half of your leather's hanging off. I'd be like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I have a titanium buckler, but I don't like to use it for the buckler fights, to points. All right, we got 12 minutes, everybody. 200 to write down on here. I always hold the buckler this way too. I know you probably can't tell one side from the other for the most part. There's some indicators of which side is up from the fraying rope, but I hold it metal point down. So I guess that would make sense. This is the side I'm probably getting a hit on. Well, we got a project to do. It was so funny. So Pixie, who we were just talking to, I was live streaming at Pensick, and the way we met is that her family was all up on top of the hill, like almost where I was aiming the camera, and she's like, look, she's like, I'm up here. I was like, where? She's like, at Pensick where we camp, the medieval event thing. I'm like, where at? And I'm looking around. I zoomed in, and then I could see them up there like this. I was like, wow, that's so crazy. I'm out here in an event streaming, and someone is on TikTok and came by my live stream and can see themselves. Here comes the rain. Good. It's good we moved it. You might not be able to see it, but it is raining now again, a little bit. Yo, what's up there? I didn't even see the Void Scout. If you're still there, I didn't notice earlier. My bad. Scout's probably not here right now. I'm gonna get the longsword out. It's not raining that hard. Just to change things up. Right after this step. Alright. Now, where did I put it? That's 300 to write down. There it is. I just need to reach over here to get it. Set those there. I'll grab this. Make sure we're not going to hit anything. The roof of the porch is a little... I could smack it, but I think if we're right here, we're going to be good. Let's get an estimate. Where are we at? We're definitely over 190,000. Here comes the rain. Because I have to oil this thing up anyway, so if I use it... Thanks for smashing that like button behind my back there. Yo! Mike Drake! What's up? Just in time. I said we're streaming till 5. Just in time. The rain's coming down now. I was just gonna say I have to oil this thing up anyway. So what's the point if it gets wet now? This is not my Boohurt sword, but it is very similar. This is my Hema sword with the rolled tip. I want to. So, but here's the thing. All right. Good. You're here. All right. This weekend I can't. This weekend's kind of like coming up anyway. This weekend I'm working Friday, so Saturday is out. I never get there in time, and then Sunday I got something my daughters got to do through school. The next weekend I'm fighting in South Carolina. Yo, what's up, Nate? Everybody, just in time. It's pouring down rain. Let's move this back a little bit. We still got some more hits on the dummy. But then the weekend after that, I'm fighting at South Carolina for a Boohurt tournament. Then after that, I don't know. It's we're gonna have to see. I will definitely let you know, Mike. I miss it so much. You guys, it's come so far. If I can get out there though, even if it's just for a day, I will let you know. I know the next 2 weekends though, 2 to 3 weekends though, are kind of shot. If I wasn't fighting South Carolina, I would, because South Carolina, I'm off like that whole weekend. No, that would be crazy. The cell phone service is decent up there, huh? I can't remember for the live streams. So I know that this Sunday's out. My daughter's got something going on this Sunday. It won't be this weekend or the next weekend because the weekend after I'm fighting in South Carolina. I will definitely I will look over my schedule though. If it looks like I can get out, I will. When does it end though? Does it end in October? Right? Because if it does, there's a chance I can get out there. It's done raining, everybody. Do you know? 9 weeks. Yeah, I gotta find a trip out there. I have two Boo Herd events coming up. And I'm already scheduled to work. I'm definitely gonna try and find a way to get out. I wonder if anyone else. Oh no, we're good. Oh, I'm telling you, the best days on the Pell are when we don't get anything done. And plus, I'm hitting it right now, keeping track in my head. We're just hitting the dummy at this point. We've been on here for hours. Tin Man, what up? I remember Viking weekend at Ohio Red Festival when it was Viking weekend and people were getting out of their cars in their armor and running over to the event because the traffic was so bad. What up, Tin Man? That should be like 381. What up? Oh, we're just hitting the dummy. I got another like 5 minutes. Tin Man. All right, I'm doing 100 for you right now with the longsword in the rain. That's how it's been. Sunny rain, sunny rain. Well, it's rain again. Huh? How about that, Tin Man? You just unlocked the club quest. What's up there, Tate? We're in the rain, hitting the dummy. As long as there's no lightning, this could definitely be a lightning rod, but I think we're good. All right, here we go. Tell you what, it's gonna be blurry for 1 second. I'm gonna record this for maybe it'll be a highlight. All right. Oh, geez, hail. Oh, man. Well, the worst thing with hail is I always worry about my car. It stopped. This is going to be a highlight in the rain. Anyway, I owe you 100. That'll put us at like 455. All right, here we go. I don't even know. I think we'll just say that was 80. Oh, I'm pretty sure I was 100. I think that was over 100, everybody. Yo! What's up? Yeah, I love the single-hander. The best thing with single hand is I get out of range while I do it. So when we were fighting at Dragon Con, like, because of the crowd, I was doing more spins and things. Yeah, but I think I do. Let me try and do it again. I think I have to hit this 45 more times, hit 500. So I'm gonna do a couple of those just without trying to think about it, because I do believe I usually do that to try and also exit and get away. Oh! Seamstress! Just in time. I guess we're running a little bit over time. We got 2 minutes left, but forget that. We first of all, hello. And second of all, now I owe another 100. This is theory time for a second. I want to see if I do these one-handers as I exit the exit range. I think I do. Because hey, I usually do them as I'm getting. What is that? What kind of emote is that? Do you have some? Is that the subscriber emotes or something? I've never seen it before, or have I? Huh. Odd. I have to look that up. What is that? Yeah, usually if I'm pummeling, like this way, I generally come over top as I'm leaving. I guess. It counts as a point. Huh. Alright, Seamstress, I owe you a set. Which is good. Good timing. Alright. We had a lot of Heart Me sets today, everybody. Alright, here we go. Thanks for liking the... Thanks for liking the like. Thanks for liking the live. Oh, there's the bell. The church bell. But we'll go for a couple more sets. Alright, this is for the Heart Me here, though. As it rains again a little bit. We're over 5,000, probably. Hammer punch. We're getting close. I think that was... believe that was 500. I think I cut myself short in a couple sets today. There were a couple times I couldn't remember if I did 100 or not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we hit over 5,000 today, so we're getting close. We're over 90,000. We're like 90. 92, 93,000, depending how the odd numbers work there. We could be at like 194. So we're getting there. Making up some time today for the days off that we had. The days off when I decided to quit streaming. The days off when I went to Pensick and decided to have fun more than actually like hit the dummy. Which is all good. Sinister, what's up? Alright, so we're now running overtime. I gotta get my daughter soon. So we'll do a couple sets and hang out. It doesn't seem like it's raining anymore. Let me unplug this. That way we can have this right up. Here we go. Here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do the FPV. We're gonna do another 200 sets, 200 reps. Jeez, I wish I did 200 sets. Oh God, the screen recorder. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. First person view. Let's try this out. Thanks for smashing that like button. Oh, I got to put the other glove on here, or I won't do that yet. All right. So now I can do this while we talk. Oh! All right. What's up, Featherfall? Oh, man. We're going to get you a set after this, too. Oh, my gosh. Featherfall. Hey, thank you for that. Much appreciated. Oh, man. All right, we got another good set to do. I'm still good. Don't worry about it. I'm still good on the time. I just do need to get my daughter soon. I usually start talking about it a little bit earlier, so at least I have enough time to get off. All right. Trying something new here. the FP, or is this just is this called first person shooter view? Kind of sucks because everything's just blurry. I think this is about 70. Featherfall, what's up? All right. That's 100. Now we're going to do one with the left hand, and then we're going to do one nice. Oh, at work. Oh, geez. All right. We're gonna do another one left-handed now. Well, for one, I hope you're having a good day at work. Let's get a left-handed set in here. Then we're gonna do a set for Featherfall's gifts, a high-intensity set. All right, so we do need to do. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, all right. That sounds good. Salmon salad. And it always happens. I swear to you all, I was just starting to say, well, it's 5 o'clock, time to go. And then everyone shows up. This is left-handed. It was raining twice today, kind of like 3 times. I was actually live streaming out here 2 times in the rain. That was fun. Me and Bob got a shower together. Whew. Oh, come on, left hand. I did, although it has been a little bit. Featherfall, you're right. Let me get this set in. We're going to have to go inside to refill the water bottle. Almost done. I think 10 more puts us about 100. All right. And let me show you my top secret way to eat cheap. Y'all want to see what I've been doing? Check this out. All right. Let me flip this around. Let's go fill up this water bottle, everybody. Uh-huh. All right. I will, and then I'll show you what I've been doing. Maybe people love it, maybe not. All right. Groceries are expensive, everybody. However, I do have a secret shelf in here of, there's some pumpkin, these, and these, right? So they're starting to get close to expiration date. I took a whole can of these to work and opened them up, and I've been eating in like chicken broth or like barbecue sauce and stuff. And a whole can of this is like $10 or 9 something at the grocery store. And you can eat so much out of here. And if you're looking at like the sodium and stuff, it's only 15%. This is these here. These are all coming up. I have to replace my stock here. Yeah, sodium 6%. I'm not really a fan of stuff that comes in cans or bags. The pumpkin day is coming up. I'm gonna have some good eyesight, vitamin A. But yeah, $10 for a can, and it lasts like for me. Although I'm eating beans all day long, beans for breakfast, beans for lunch. You know, but still, that's 3 meals a day for like $10. 4 meals a day, really. Those beans and chicken broth are great. Let me get this set in here for you, Feathered, and I'll probably have to go because it'll be about 5:10. And then we'll get a total. Let me do the set, and then we'll get a total. Am I right? I think that was 300, or did I say it was 400? See what I mean? I start talking, I forget. I swear I think I said it was 400, but 200 for those. The seamstress set was 300. That was 400. I had a set before that. All right, so this is going to be Featherfall's gift for the gift. This is going to be your set right here, and then we're going to get a total. Then I got to go. We got 400. Thank you. I knew it. Quicker. You're quicker than me. That actually kind of hurt. Did you hear that bonking sound? The plastic sword. All right, so that'll be good. Just to put us at an even 500 for this set right here. And you know what? And I'm so glad everybody came by. I was just thinking, earlier. I was like, as soon as I start saying we're getting off here, y'all showed up. This is a long live stream too. We've been out here for a while. We had someone come by, which I don't mind. He comes by and makes fun of me, but he's not like, he doesn't swear or anything, So he came by. He had a little donation, so put him in the credits, even though he's making fun of me the whole time. It's cool. All right, here we go. Although he started to talk about one of our friends in chat, and I told him don't. Is he still here, Billy? If you're still here, is Billy even here? No, I think he left. But anyway, yeah, I was like, just don't make fun of my friends. You can make fun of me. All right, here we go. That should be 70. That should be 100. Tell you what, because you didn't just donate a little. Featherfall always like bumps up the totals. You had 50 roses, so we're gonna do another one for you right back to back. So that's 500. Let's go for Featherfall, and enjoy it, everybody. This is as long as my hair has ever been in years. Probably like 10 years, and I'm getting a haircut tonight. I'm telling my daughter, hey, if you want to see my hair get longer, well, this is it. All right. Whoa, miss. Won't count that one. This is kind of like first-person view. That should be like 190. Alright, that should be 200 for the roses. Feather, much appreciated as always. I gotta watch. I'm wearing a hole into the grass right where we're at. I don't want to have my whole yard looking like crap, everybody. All right, so that should be a total of 600. Let's see where we're at on here. 600. You too, Feather. Yeah, that was an extra hit for an extra set for the donation, because that was a huge donation, as always. Much appreciated. All right, let's see, how many did we do today? Oh, I wrote 100 like an idiot. 600. Okay, let's see, everyone. And what's up there? Oh, Gemchi again, I believe has been here before. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 47, 49, 51, 52, I think counting the 80 and the 20, 57. Man, we might have done like we might have done 6,000 hits. I'm gonna have to get it on the calculator. I'm just like totally out, but that might have been a 6,000 hit day, like just barely. Geez, that's a good bit. We've been online for hours. Like, it's been quite an adventure today. But it is 5:14. I got a shower technically. I actually didn't even really sweat too bad today. It was a good stream. We were talking a lot. I'm not going to bother with a shower yet because I might be back online later today, everybody. Just so everyone knows, like 2 a.m. Not 2 a.m. 11 or 12 till like 2. Anyway, because I have nothing to do today other than hit the dummy. And my daughter's not staying over because it's a school night, so I could either play PlayStation, I could sit on the couch and drink, or I could hit the dummy. So I think we'll hit the dummy. So everybody that came by, I'm glad to saw you. We caught the morning crew and the night crew, the evening crew. This filter that's on here, I think it's the eye thing and the freckles. So let's get that off for right now. There, it does help. The thing is, it helps with the image quality. So yeah, I gotta go pick my daughter, get the horse lessons. Everyone, much appreciated just for hanging out. And as you can see, I did start yanking these vines off the fence. I just didn't want to do it because you know what happened is I got freaking poison ivy, and then I fought at Dragon Con with poison ivy under my armor for all 3 days. I wear these wool thigh-high leggings underneath my armor. And boy, I was itchy. I guess you probably can't see it, but yeah, that was horrible. And just what I thought would happen happened. So I'm not touching any of these vines till after Boo Hurt season. All right, so yeah, I gotta go. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see y'all soon. Hey, YouTube Talon, have a good one too. And I might be on just if everyone wants to know, probably later tonight for a little bit, because why not? Have a good day, good night, wherever you're at. And thanks for tuning in, as always. Much appreciated. We'll see you in a little bit.